This is a production of Hockey Night in Oswego. Only on WTOP.
We are live here at Deborah F. Stanley Arena for a women's matinee hockey game between the Oswego State Lakers and the Nazareth Golden Flyers. My name is James Fitzpatrick. Alongside me, Evan Scholes and Connor Sanders for what is going to be a really good game here today. Despite it being an exhibition, these teams are good. Right behind us, they're warming up. Connor, tell us a little bit about each team going here.
Yeah, James, both of these teams enter today's game scoring national preseason rankings. The Lakers come into today's game ranked number 8 nationally, and Nazareth comes in at number 10. So both of these teams have deep potential postseason playoff implications, and tonight's exhibition could serve as a preview for how deep these teams are trying to go.
Yeah, Evan, Connor, and last week this is going to be a little bit of a more challenging matchup here for Oswego. They went up against St. John's Fisher in their first ever game. They talked highly about themselves, Oswego did, saying they can really keep up with St. John's Fisher. They only beat them 3-1, so this is going to be a little bit more of a challenge, right?
So 100%. So in the last game that they played against St. John Fisher, it was a 3-1 victory for Oswego. They outshot Fisher 40 to 20 shots on goal, and they didn't make in any of those 20 shots in the first period. They didn't capitalize until the two power play goals in the second. So they really got to come out scoring. They can't just be shooting, they got to score some goals.
Absolutely. And moving on to the SUNY recap, we're going to look at the SUNY standings. From last year, the Lakers at the top. Connor, how do the Lakers go about this season getting back to the top and competing with everyone else in the SUNY?
You certainly just mentioned it. They finished first in the SUNY last year, totaling an amazing, impressive 30 points, going 15-1-2 in the SUNY during the regular season. Unfortunately, they did lose that championship game just a few weeks. March to Plattsburgh here at the Depths, 20-2 last year. But for the Lakers, I think it's going to be the story of goaltending. They were able to reach the top of the SUNY last year thanks to Lexi leaving their star goaltender. She unfortunately graduated, but she's back with the team this year as their goalie coach. Look for Vivo, the Lakers' current starting goaltender, to kind of be like that Teen Titans goal level of Robin, as Lexi Leaving was previously her backup.
Absolutely. They've brought back a lot of players from last year. It's going to be a tough matchup for the Lakers going on this season, but we got to see if they're going to get it done. It all starts with exhibition hockey here at Deborah F. Stanley Arena. But keep it here on WTOP 10. We're going to come back to the perch right after this break to break down more of the pregame between these teams.
If you like action, romance,
Polly sister, if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
what surface is this?
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
Only on WTOP.
Look at the number of disasters in the U.S. Chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris.
Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. So you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Welcome back to Deborah F. Stanley Arena. Here on the perch, I'm Jason Patrick alongside me, Connor Sangris, Evan Shomes. We're going to go into the goalie matchups of this great game. We're going to start with you, Connor. Tell us about Mia DeVivo, who started last week, as well as Erica Finney and Ava Christensen.
Yeah, starting out with the number one spot on Oswego's depth chart at goalie, we have number 35, Mia DeVivo. We mentioned her a tiny bit in the previous segment. Last year, in the 24 and 25 season, she only played one game. However, did have a shutout, so she has an 1,000 save percentage in her collegiate career. Pretty impressive, even though that's only in one game. She's a sophomore, as we mentioned before, a freshman last year, taking over for Lexi Levy. And a little bit of an interesting fact about DeVivo, she previously played with the St. Louis Blues, yes, the NHL St. Louis Blues AAA hockey team before coming here to Oswego. So she has certainly faced high levels of competition in her career, despite only starting one game for the Lakers last season.
Now moving on to Nazareth Golden Flyers. Evan, tell us all about the goaltender for them.
So Mackenzie Garrow is a senior coming out of Naz. So she only has 19 minutes and 51 seconds of play, one period game last season. So she was the backup for McKinley Hoff, who was a great goaltender for Nazareth. So we're hoping to see that some of her play has rubbed off on Mackenzie Garrow, and we'll see her tonight really facing a difficult team.
Boys, we know about the heartbreaking losses each team had last season. I mean, it looks like a vengeance season for both these guys coming into this year. So, Connor, tell me about the heartbreaking ends for them.
Yeah, as we mentioned before in the previous segment, unfortunately the Lakers were defeated, shut out on their own ice last year in the SUNY Championship. Truly just a heartbreaking, devastating loss when you led the SUNY the entire year, finished in first place, had home ice advantage throughout the entire tournament, an unfortunate ending. And for Nazareth, I mean, they won their conference. They've won their conference, the UCHC, United Collegiate Hockey Conference, 4 straight years in a row. And with those 4 straight wins, they've also gotten 4 straight bids into the Division III Women's Ice Hockey End-of-Year Tournament. Last year, they made it all the way to the quarterfinals, where they unfortunately lost 1-0 to Middlebury.
Absolutely. This is going to be an outstanding season for both these teams. They're going to come in here playing hard. They want vengeance on what they let up last season. We're going to move on. The last matchup, it's a long time coming, Evan. I mean, it's been a few years. I mean, what do you see out of these two?
So the last time they played was all the way back in 2020. It was a 3-2 win for Oswego, but since then, both teams are very different. Especially this season, we have a lot of freshmen coming in, a lot of new players for both teams that maybe haven't gotten as much play time, or it's their first season. Since, as we were saying before, since the last time they played, Nazareth has become a powerhouse. They made it all the way to the NCAA D3 quarterfinals last season before losing to the number 4 seed Middlebury, and only a 1-0 loss. But that being said, they don't have the goaltender that they had last season, so we'll see if they can still keep that up.
Absolutely. The teams look a lot differently too, right, Connor? I mean, it's been a long time coming, obviously. It's been 5 years since the last 2 teams have played. But what could you say about the teams that are going to go against each other and how, they're going to approach this game since it's been such a long time? How are you going to go, looking into strategies and stuff like that?
I think for Nazareth, you got to throw the record book out. I mean, it's been 5 whole years, so pretty much no one who was on that team in 2020 is still currently here. Obviously, their head coach is the same, but for that, I think that their message in that locker room should just be, hey, this is a new team, this is a new group, and they're going to come out here. Look for them to try and start fast because it's teal night. It's going to be rocking here in the Deb as we support ovarian cancer, raise awareness. So look for Nazareth to try and come out fast and have some quick shifts to start the game tonight.
Absolutely. And as Connor said, it is teal night here at Deborah F. Stanley Arena. This is an annual tradition that the Lakers do for ovarian cancer, awareness to the cause. The Lakers are wearing their beautiful teal jerseys, as well as the men's team will do the same tonight. All the fans in attendance get a teal t-shirt, as I said, in awareness to ovarian cancer. It'll be a good one here tonight. I mean, it really just is a great cause, to bring awareness to everyone who might have lost their lives to this, to this awful, awful disease. And going back to this, this matchup, how, is there hatred between these two teams, Evan? I mean, it's been a while, like we said, but like, how much goes into this game, even though it's an exhibition?
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, since it's been so long since their last matchup, it's hard to say how much anger there will be. But the fact it is a matchup that's so long coming, you kind of think to wonder, are the Lakers going to try to continue to keep beating this really good Nazareth team?
Absolutely. And finally, I mean, I did want to go back to the goaltenders. We saw them play last week as the Oswego goaltenders, I should say. Who stuck out for the most for you? You know, looking at that game, I will say personally, Erica Finney played fabulous. You know, in that second period that she played.
Yeah, Erica Finney, certainly of the two backup goalies, the other one being number 30, Ava Christensen. She has a little more experience in where she played last year. She played 14 games as opposed to the stats being available for Ava only listed her as starting 1 game. So certainly Erica with more experience in net. As you mentioned, James, she certainly played fantastic last week. And I mean, she played last year in Calgary and had a .928 save percentage. So she's certainly a formidable foe in the net.
So for now, that's going to do it for the second part of our pregame show here at Deborah F. Stanley Arena on the Perch. But keep it here. Right after the break, we're going to go into our players to watch as well as our predictions here on WTOP 10.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
If you like action, romance,
if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this.
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Welcome back to the Perch. James Fitzpatrick, Connor Sangas, and Evan Shomes here to break down the pregame show for the Lakers against the Golden Flyers. And boys, we're going to go into our players to watch here. Evan, I want you to start. Who do you got for Nazareth?
For Nazareth, I have Amy Laskowski. She entered last season as a freshman, leading the team in goals with 16 goals and 14 assists on the season. And she actually became the first player in their program's history to win the UCHC Rookie of the Year and Co-Player of the Year. And this is, not only was it the first of the program to win this, but also winning both of those awards in one season. I think she will definitely be a powerhouse to watch.
Absolutely. That is one great player to watch for Nazareth. It's going to be interesting what she does out there. But Connor, how about you? Who do you got for Nazareth to watch out there?
I've got number 21, Brooke Judkowitz. Brooke, also like Amy, was a freshman last year. She was actually second on the team in points, so a little 1A and 1B action. 9 goals, 12 assists. The dynamic sophomore duo, I think, will certainly be something to look out for tonight for Nazareth.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great game for Nazareth. So many players to watch out there. But let's jump right back to you, Connor. What are you looking out for Oswego?
For Oswego, I've got number 19, junior Jenna Majewski. Jenna is the only member of Oswego's 24-25 team that finished top 5 in points that returned for this upcoming season. She finished with 8 goals and 9 assists in 26 games played, putting her third on the team in just her sophomore season. So let's look for her to have a step up in the Laker offense tonight.
Absolutely. Jenna will be very noticeable to see out there. She is by far the tallest player on this Lakers team. It'll be interesting how she is utilized in this game tonight. And Evan, let's see it. How about Oswego for you?
For me, Give me junior Leah Coley. She may not have had, she had a little bit of a quiet season last year, but she has started strong in the last game. She assisted 2 of the power play goals in the second period, both in a row, and I think that she will be a deadly asset to that power play squad.
Absolutely. The Lakers do have a fantastic power play. We saw it all of last year, and now we hopefully will see it here again tonight. Boys, let's go into our predictions. We'll start with you, Evan. What do you got over there?
So for me, I have a 4-2 victory for Nazareth. I think both teams, they're fresh. They've got goalies that are kind of just starting. They both have had very little play time, but both teams are also very big shooters. Although I think Oswego is a little bit lesser on the scoring side, more of just shooting at the net, where Nazareth, I think, is really good at the finishes.
So you don't think that the Lakers could really just get the offense going and just blow them out of the water?
I think they'll get the shots on net, but I don't think they'll get as many past as Nazareth will.
Okay, I do respect that opinion, but what about you? What about you, Connor? What do you got for?
I'm going to continue the theme of Nazareth. I have Nazareth taking care of business here on the road by a score of 3-1. We mentioned the goaltending matchup. I know we did a lot on Mia DeVivo in the previous segments, but she's just a sophomore, and Mackenzie Garrow, who will be in net for Nazareth tonight, is a senior. So I think that just having spent 4 years with your team is going to kind of prove to be a big difference here tonight. And we mentioned Oswego, they can get shots on net, but can they bury them, especially playing at full strength? That's why I have Nazareth here winning by a score of 3-1.
I'm also going to stick with Nazareth. It might have sounded different when I was talking to Evan, but I do have some keys to go about it. In my prediction, I do think Oswego is going to get goalied by Mackenzie. I'm going to go with Nazareth 3-2. But I do think Oswego is going to get a lot of grade A chances. They're a team that can get the puck on net. We saw it last week with St. John Fisher, where they just could not score no matter how many chances they got. And Oswego is just a full-on offensive shooting team. As for Mia DeVivo, it's going to be a little bit of a shaky play here. You got to prove yourself for your DeVivo, and I don't know if she'll be able to do it right away. I don't know what you guys think, boys.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that if you're shooting on the net, you got to learn to finish those shots. You know what I mean? You have to be. You can make all the plays you want, but if you're not scoring, you're not going to win games.
What about you, Connor?
I saw it with my New York Rangers last year. When you're so reliant on the power play and you're not getting those power play chances, you're just not going to score. So hopefully for the Lakers' case, they can get some power play opportunities today. But I just truly think it's going to be really hard for them to get pucks out of the neutral zone and just get some quality scoring chances.
Absolutely. I mean, neutral zone is the key for both these teams. It's going to be hard to just break in and out. We saw it last week again with the Lakers. They had to change up their game plan a lot to try and get through that neutral zone. Sometimes they would have to dump it in, and we saw it a lot in that first period. But then in the second period, they would start going to, trying to skate it in themselves, which caused a lot of turnovers. And St. John Fisher started, coming back in the game.
Yeah. So another problem that we have, our penalty kill is good, but we're getting penalties, and that's not a good thing. If we're giving up penalties against a team that can score, I think that could cause a big issue for the Lakers.
Absolutely. Special teams is a big key. What are you looking out for, Connor, with these special teams?
Well, a little bit of an interesting fact on Mark Digby. Before he was named the coach here at Oswego, he worked for his alma mater, SUNY Brockport, and he was actually their special teams coordinator, specializing both on the power play and penalty kill. So that's always an area that the Lakers tend to excel in, hence why they had such good numbers on the power play last week against St. John Fisher. But with all that being said, you just can't rely on that. I know that's Mark Digby's bread and butter. I know he's got great experience on special teams. You got to score 5-on-5.
Absolutely. With these special teams play, what formation do you want to see the Lakers go about?
Honestly, I'm honestly not too sure. I want to see them mix it up, to be honest with you. I don't like the stagnant play calls that we kind of saw, especially last season in that 2-0 loss to Plattsburgh here at home. I'd like to see them switch it up and just try and keep it a little unpredictable. Put some new things on tape for Nazareth to have to try and defend and make some actual adjustments in between periods.
Well, one thing we did see a lot with the power play last week, your player to watch, Jenny Majeski, she was put right in front of the net to screen the goalie. She's got that size, like I said before, to get those long shots in. You're not going to see around Majeski.
They certainly did, and they also scored on a tip-in last week, so that getting bodies to the front of the net, especially during the power play. I mean, anytime you can get bodies in front of the net, it makes it harder for the goalie to see, and then maybe one of those bodies can just poke their stick out a little bit, get a little deflection goal.
100%.
So that'll do it for us on the perch. Rob Finger and Brady Hauser do have the call in the press box, and you're going to see them right after this break here on WTOP 10.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Welcome back up top of the Steve Levy press box here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. My name is Rob Finger alongside Brady Hauser, and we're here for tonight's matchup between your Oswego State Lakers and the Nazareth Golden Flyers. Welcome up top of the press box here. And Brady, this one's going to be a little bit tough for the Oswego State Lakers here. What do you think about it?
There's a lot of experience on the Flyers side of things. They got players that are juniors and seniors. Where on Oswego's side of things, there's a lot of new players, 12 freshmen on the team this year. It's going to be a tough one for the Oswego Lakers here today.
Yeah, especially you talking about those freshmen as well. We saw some of them starting to fill in the gaps left by players like Mac Hall, Lexi Levy, other players like that unfortunately were graduated from the Oswego State Lakers last year. So they're starting to fill in the cracks, something like that. And this is very much a game that's very important, especially development-wise for Oswego here. So let's get into a little bit of a coaching battle here, because let me tell you, we do have a battle. On the Nazareth side, we've got Chris Botto. This is his 6th season so far with the Nazareth Golden Flyers. You've got 116 wins in his camp, 3 straight UCHC conference titles. And as well, he was named 23-24's UCHC Coach of the Year as well. So quite a coach on the side of Nazareth here, Brady.
And you also on the Oswego Lakers side, you got Mark Digby, 2025 SUNY Coach of the Year, formerly assistant coach with the men's team. He transitioned to the women's head coach in 2019, and he's a local guy from Fulton, New York, but this is going to be a battle between these two coaches and two great teams.
Yeah, and like you said, named 2025's SUNY Coach of the Year, a year in which the Oswego State Lakers almost swept every single category in terms of women's hockey for goaltender of the year, rookie of the year, forward of the year, things like that.
Absolutely.
It was a fantastic year for the Lakers last year and a very worthy award for Mark Digby. Now let's get to our keys to the game here. And what are Nazareth's keys here? Or what are Oswego's keys
Oswego's keys, they got to build off what they had last week. Last week, a great game against St. John Fisher, picked up the 3-1 victory. However, you got to find your starters as well. You had a lot of new players in different positions, a lot of rotations that they did. This week is kind of a week where you got to find out who is the best, and you also got to stay out of the box, because in that second half of the game last week,
man, they struggled in the box, and St. John Fisher almost was able to come back and win the game. So it's a very, very crucial game for the Oswego Lakers.
Yeah, like you said, last week a very, very tight game, 3-1 versus a very brand new program in St. John Fisher. So kudos again to St. John Fisher for staying with a team like the Oswego State Lakers. Now we'll give a few keys here for the Nazareth Golden Flyers. Number one, show that you haven't weakened. You're 3 times the UCHC Conference champions, and you went to the quarterfinals for the NCAA tournament last year. You're a strong team, and you need to show a team like the Oswego State Lakers that, yeah, we're not half as weakened as you might think that we are. Now, number 2, represent your conference. The UCHC, many people claim, is a little bit of a weaker conference than the SUNY here. So you got to represent your conference here. Number 3, pepper the goalies. We saw all 3 goalies in net for the Oswego State Lakers last week. So you got to really pepper them to see what you can find in net. Now, what's your pick for this game? Final score, what do you think?
I'm going to take Nazareth. They got a lot of experience. It's going to be a 2-1 victory over the Oswego Lakers. I'm looking at the roster, and they have so many more upperclassmen with a lot of experience. I think they're going to come out on top 2-1.
Well, I agree. It's going to be a very close game, but I will pick Oswego. I pick it to be 3-2, a little bit of a goaltending battle where it needs to be. But nonetheless, it's going to be a tight game. I have Oswego winning 3-2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't go away. We've got all the action coming up right here on WTOP 10. We'll go to break for the anthems, but we'll be back right here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. You're watching Lakers Women's Hockey on WTOP 10.
If you like action, romance,
if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this.
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Look at the number of disasters in the U.S. Chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Crits. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. Oh, you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
If you like action, romance,
if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this.
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Sports. My name is Rob Finger, alongside Brady Hauser, and we're back here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena for tonight's matchup between your Oswego State Lakers and the Nazareth Golden Flyers. And, of course, it is teal night here tonight, so both of the women's teams and the men's teams for the Oswego State Lakers will be wearing their ceremonial teal jerseys. And we also have our ceremonial puck drop going down in the near corner of the offensive zone here. And a wonderful day here for the Oswego State Lakers.
Yeah, a beautiful day outside. It's sunny, which the past week, you know, you've been in school here with me. It's been rainy all week, so it's great day outside, inside. It's still 65 degrees as always here in the arena. As you mentioned, it's teal night. The first 1,200 people tonight for the men's game are going to get a free t-shirt as well. So we didn't add on that, but yeah, if you get here early, you get a free t-shirt.
Well, we'll have all the coverage for that one and, of course, this one right now as we get going here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. And like I said, this one's going to be a very tight game here, Brady. I mean, what's the feeling as we approach puck drop here with about 20 seconds to go on the board?
I don't know if it's nerves or if it's confidence for the Oswego Lakers. Like I mentioned, this Nazareth team has got a lot of good players, a lot of returning players. So tonight is a day of learning how this team is going to work. And, yeah, it should be a good game defensively and offensively. But that's where Oswego has got to step up. Defense last week was a little bit struggled in that game against St. John Fisher. So defense has got to step up today to get this win.
Absolutely. And with that comes offense as well. And a statistic that was actually shared to me earlier was 20 shots were loosed by the Oswego State Lakers in that first period, but still nothing came. So they're going to need similar levels of offense in this game here as both teams retreat to their benches. And we will get things underway here from the Deborah F. Stanley Arena for this matchup between the Golden Flyers and your Oswego State Lakers. The referees convene in the middle. We put 20 minutes up on the board. 0-0, the score to start. And we'll get things going. Both goalies ready, timekeepers ready. We're ready up here. We're underway from the Deborah F. Stanley Arena on teal night. As the Oswego Lakers get it quickly over into the Nazareth end, number 22, Ava Matire is getting it back into the neutral zone here. Going D-to-D over towards the near side. They'll send it all the way back into the Naz end and playing quickly in here. Not only Luntz, on the back of the net. That one goes, it'll go into the far corner. Nazareth picking that one up, sending it up that far side. Long all the way down. It'll go. Waving off that icing as the linesman will send it over to the near side. Natalie Luntz again. Luntz, off the stick of, I believe that was number 11, Katie Demers here. The Lakers able to recover it. Demers on the near side. Up that board it'll go. Chasing it in is Lauren Ricabelli. Around it'll go from Brooke Terry up the boards all that far side, all the way down into the Lakers end. And chasing after that one is Cameron London. Takes a spill though, right into the boards, and wow, what a collision that was. And thankfully she's able to get up from that as it goes long down these near boards. That'll go all the way down, and that will be an icing with 18:51 left to go in the first.
Quick pace start here already for the Oswego Lakers, and I think that's going to be crucial here against Nazareth. Maybe try to get a point or two on the board before Nazareth can try to pick up and get a little bit of comfortability when you get a couple points on the board. I think that's what Oswego needs to do right here, and so far it seems like that's what they're up to with fast pace.
Face-off one back by Oswego as it gets into the hands of Captain Helen Van Dam. Over to the near side for Lauren Ricabelli. Ricabelli now getting it up to Cameron London. She'll get it back into the Nazareth end. Off the glass, it'll go back into the neutral zone. One back over into the hands of Sophia Pettis. Pettis into the zone, dumping that one in below the goal line, it'll go. Solana Zizzo now, up the near boards it'll go. Smacking at that one is Lauren Ricabelli. And back up the boards we will go for the Lakers. Solana Zizzo into the zone, she'll chase it. McCann under pressure, putting a hit on her, getting that puck away from her, but the Lakers will recover. Into the hands of Georgia Cunliffe. Around, it'll go to the far side. Up, right in between the gap of the defenders. That one will go all the way down to goaltender Mia DeVivo. As the Lakers work it back up the other way. Here they come into the zone. Kayla Dewar. Now back up the boards it'll go as Nazareth kicks it back up the near boards. Into the zone for Leah Coley. We're going to circle back at around the hash marks. Falls over though. Still with that puck though are the Lakers. Georgia Cunliffe taking it the other way.
This Nazareth team being very aggressive here so far. Very physical as well. They're already making some checks here early on, but yeah, this pace of the game is going back and forth, and no shots on the board yet for either team, but yeah, good start.
Back up now to Leah Coley. Coley gets it back. Now across, walked in, sent to the center. No shot will come. As he gets back into the hands of the Golden Flyers, McCann will go the other way. Up the far boards it'll go. D to D, sending it off the near boards, having a chase after that one is Elizabeth Cooley. Is able to just beat out McCann, and instead picking it up is Alexandra O'Brien. Here she comes right in close. Doesn't get a shot on. Back up towards the point. Stolen away by Nazareth. They'll take it back the other way into the Lakers' end, and putting another big hit on as well. As the Lakers able to take it back away. Brittany Iverson over the blue line into the zone. Quick shot turned away by the goaltenders. Will go back below the goal line.
A great save there by Mackenzie Garrow. I mean, that's not easy being in that goal box, and she's making it work already. Lakers getting their first shot on the board. Obviously not good, but a good start.
Gotten out of the zone there by Nazareth. They were putting all the pressure on the Lakers so far. The Lakers have been the one possessing it in the zone so far, but here we come. Jenna Majewski, a shot just gets blocked away by the defender, turned over to the near boards. Nazareth just trying to get it out however they can. Lakers stopping them at almost every turn here, at least in the neutral zone. They'll try to regroup it into the hands of Shea Jazeel. As he gets back, squirts into the Oswego end here. Off the boards it'll go. Turned away, quick. Almost turnover there for Nazareth as it goes back below the goal line. Towards the center, hops over and in. Ella Cedrone off the back of Mia DeVivo and finds the back of the net. Nazareth is up 1-0.
A great wraparound shot right there to get it in past the goalie. Snuck it in behind, and yeah, DeVivo really couldn't do much about that. It was already behind her when they got that in.
And now, for the first time in a while, the Lakers are going to have to play a little bit of catch-up here, as with 15:34 left to go in this first period, it is 1-0 Golden Flyers. Face-off one forward by the Lakers. Taking it quickly is Liliana Ficaro. Quick shot gets turned away by Gonsalves, the goaltender, and that'll go up into the netting.
Yeah, so 1-0 start here. Like I said, the Nazareth team, it's all about the experience here. And for Oswego, it's finding players. They're rotating a lot of players in already early in this game. But yeah, one up already for the Nazareth. They're 1 for 1 in shots, and now it's the Lakers that got to get back on the board here.
Allie Zach up the boards. It'll go all the way down towards Mia DeVivo. She's having to cover that one up, has to keep it out of the hands of Amy Laskowski. So 15-13 still left to go in period number 1. 1-0 in favor of the Nazareth Golden Flyers. Only 2 shots on goal registered for either team so far. We'll have a face-off to the left of Mia DeVivo in the Lakers' end. This one won back by Nazareth. Taking around the other way, Brooke Terry behind the net, looking over her options. Gets it up to Zach at the point. Quick shot goes wide of the net of DeVivo. Back over towards her. She's able to make the save, and here comes Oswego the other way. Tilly Patrick off the boards. It'll go. Able to stay on sides there is Natalie Luntz. And it'll go over to the near boards. Katie Demers under pressure. That's Natalie Luntz helping her out. Conrad and Pettis, though, able to take it away for Nazareth. Off the far boards this time. Keeping it in is Demers. Down below for Ali Zach. Zach around the near boards. It'll go. Kept in, though, by Sydney Penty. And the Lakers will get a couple changes. Over to the far corner. Nazareth able to get it out. Sending it right back in, though, is Oswego. D to D. Over towards the far boards, all the way up for Nikki Sharp. She's all sorts of open in the Oswego end. Instead, she'll hand it to Adia Laskowski. Oh, trying to poke it up for the Lakers, and they do. They'll get it up those near boards. It'll roll over that blue line. McCann will pick it up for Naz. Behind the net of Gonsalves. Up the boards it'll go, right in towards center ice. Kicking it away towards the boards with Shea Jazeel. But here they come back again. Below the goal line it'll go. Around into the near corner. Sent back around by Erica Parenti. Shea Jazeel chasing that. Up the boards it'll go. Chasing that one is Lauren Ricabelli. Over now towards Erica Parenti, but a little bit wide of her. She'll have to chase it to the boards. Parenti back towards, that's Lauren Ricabelli in the corner. Gets out instead to Sydney Gurley. Gurley all the way down the boards it'll go. Below the goal line, Helen Van Dam keeping it in her skates. Hands it over to Shea Jazeel. Up the boards, Erica Parenti, I believe. Getting it up towards Cameron London. But here comes Bettinger again. Quick shot, turned away by the stick of Mia DeVivo.
Another great save by DeVivo there. She's now 2 for 2 on the shots. Obviously, one got away, but yeah, 1 for 1 so far in the saves category. Yeah, right now, very, very physical Nazareth team. They're almost, their pace of play is a little bit faster than Oswego, and Oswego is gonna have to step up here because right now it looks like Nazareth is just outpowering them.
Yeah, I'd say very true, just because, especially in the last couple minutes here, Nazareth has really hit their stride and have been spending a lot of time in the Oswego end. Quick shot just goes wide as it gets, oh, they tried to do the same trick on Mia DeVivo. Unfortunately, it hit the outside of the net, and a couple Laker goes down there. I believe that was Erica Parenti. That's sending it around to Shea Jazeel. Out of the zone, it'll go off the stick of Cammie London. Over towards that far boards. Back into the zone they'll come. Helen Van Dam looking to cycle it. Ooh, intercepted, some to cross. A save made by Mia DeVivo's pad. And she keeps it out for now. Quick shot off of the crossbar. They couldn't get it twice. They'll try for a third time. Abruzzi, Matire, back to Abruzzi. Goes off her stick, and below the goal line it'll go. But still, Nazareth, all guns firing. Oh, but a quick interception from the Lakers. They'll get it out and back into that neutral zone for a little bit of a break. Sent right back in, below the goal line. Nazareth again. Another volley of shots possibly coming. Down to Zach up at the top. Zach across, shot, oh, a redirection just went off the pad of Mia DeVivo, and ooh, Shea Jazeel got hit by that shot there right in about the stomach it looked like, but she was able to take it, but unfortunately fell on it, so we'll have a whistle here with 11:34 left to go in first.
That was a very nice save by DeVivo. It went off the foot and able to get it to go away from the goalpost, but yeah. A little bit of a slop, like I said, still a sloppy start here.
Quick shot,
another
just
save.
Goes wide. Just wide of the net there, as like I said, all guns firing for Nazareth so far. And sending it over to the far side, Georgia Cunliffe over towards the Laker bench. Picking that up one is Allie Zach. Zach around towards the far corner. Tilly Pethrick will pick that one up. Sophia Pettis trying to take it, but instead it's Georgia Cunliffe once more. Patrick around, over towards, that's Georgia Cunliffe on the far side again. Quick sent right in on Gonsalves. And that one will be covered up. And for the first time in a little bit here, Brady, the Lakers have an offensive zone faceoff.
Yeah, they got a good chance here to get a goal. That was a nice shot, obviously blocked there by Garrow. But yeah, a good opportunity here for the Lakers.
Faceoff to the right. One towards the boards, and into the corner it'll go, below the goal line. McCann will get that over towards the near boards. Gurley, ooh, almost tried to get that one up. Instead, it's Julia Power below the goal line, getting a little bit physical as it goes over to the far boards. Elizabeth Cooley will keep it below the goal line.
Very physical here to start so far.
Off the boards it'll go. Coming back in was Brittany Iverson. Wasn't able to get a shot on. Elizabeth Cooley trying to pickpocket it away. And they're able to send it back towards, that's number 18, Maggie Jacoby. As below the goal line it'll go. Around into the near corner.
I think a little bit of team miscommunication right there. The players getting at it, and two teammates just bumped into each other.
Is Nazareth able to take it away quickly? And Ella Manila off the boards it'll go. Jenna Majewski picking that one up. Up the boards it'll go. Chasing after that one, Alexandra O'Brien. McCann will pick that one up for Nazareth as it goes past Majewski. I think the goalie wanted a little bit of a penalty there as she had her arm up, but nonetheless, we will play on as this one gets picked up once again by Julia Power. Power to Majewski. Majewski shot. Save made by the glove of Gonsalves. As, ooh, a little bit of words being said as well. As clearly Julia Power not exactly the happiest camper during this game here.
No, not at all. And when you're down 1-0 here in a game, it gets into your head. Like, we got to get a point, and that's when your emotions, you got to keep them in check, because sometimes you do some things that you're not going to always regret or agree with.
Sydney Pinty over to the far side. Quick shot! Blocked away by the pad of Gonsalves again. This one kept in by, I believe that was Erica Parenti. One back up the boards. It'll go, ooh, right into the center there as Naz is able to get it back. Judkowitz, ooh, that one's an offsides for the Nazareth Golden Flyers, and we'll have our first neutral zone face-off here right in front of the Nazareth bench.
Yeah.
9:10 left to go in this first period of play. 1-0 still the score. As, ooh, this one gets it almost looked like, yeah, they're, I think, throwing out the centerman, so we'll have this number 16, Ella Cedrone, take this one, but, ooh, the captain for Nazareth squirting in a little bit too much there for the linesman's liking, and just trying to keep the wingers at bay, and winning that to the side technically was Nazareth, but the Lakers will take that one off the board, sending it up the near side here all the way into the Nazareth end. Matire all the way around for Ella Cedrone. Cedrone 2-on-2 here. Cedrone alone. Shot. Kicked away twice. Kicked away twice by Mia DeVivo. And just crashing into the net was Korska Skabinski. Wow, what a turn of events.
That was a beautiful save right there from DeVivo. And yeah, Nazareth with a lot of pressure there. They had good opportunity to get it in the net, but DeVivo on top of it right now. And that was a beautiful shot that she was able to save. And yeah, the net got pushed out of the way, but DeVivo is having a good start to the game so far.
And DeVivo has taken that first goal personally and has really upped her game for the rest of this first period here with about 8.5 minutes left to go. As up the boards it'll go. Staying right around those hash marks though. Quick board battle. As up the boards it'll go. Down these near boards. Past the Laker bench. As once again, Nazareth dumping it into the Laker end. Sent up the boards. Back, ooh, a quick chip there, it looked like. From, yeah, that was Natalie Lunks. It'll go into the hands of Megan Smith. Here they come. Demir's back shot just blocked away. That's a quick Nazareth coming back the other way. Amy Laskowski, ooh, getting just broken up. Ooh, and almost grabbing the neck there. It looked like it was Solana Zizzo. As it go into the corner, quick board battle here. As Nazareth will come out with it. Ooh, Demir's though getting that after it was swiped off her stick. Natalie Lunks dumping it in. And the Lakers will go for a full sail line change. Nazareth, ooh, quickly up the ice there. That'll go all the way down the river, and that one will be an icing with 7:42 left to go in period number one.
I'm surprised the refs didn't call that off. There was quite a slash and a trip almost there from one of the Lakers to the Nazareth team, but yeah, close quarters. Everybody's trying to get the puck, and yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call that one off.
Face off to the right of Gonsalves in the Nazareth end. As the Lakers working it back the other way as Nazareth just coming up with it. It's over the blue line. Just trying to get it back into that Laker end. As Ali Zach picks it up off the boards, it'll go. Down into the Laker end. Gurley able to get it up. Quick shot, save made, and it's kicked away into the corner. Lakers taking care of business as he goes back over the blue line into the neutral zone.
Have yourself a game so far. Mia DeVivo, that's another save. Nazareth's got 8 shots on the board. They've only gotten 1 in. So DeVivo has saved 7 opportunities.
Quick shot, save made by the glove of Gonsalves. And yeah, both of the goalies here having themselves quite a game here, Brady.
Yeah, both teams are doing a very good job. A lot of saves being made. Oswego with 6 shots already. Nazareth with 8, but only 1 has gotten in. So 7 saves over there from DeVivo.
Face off to the right of Gonsalves. Sent around by the Lakers. This one picked up by McCann as well as sent up the boards now. Nazareth, who I'm up from DeVivo. That one will be an icing, and we'll go all the way back down to the Nazareth end.
So an icing call there. Another opportunity here for the Oswego Lakers to try to get a point on the board.
That is the goal, pun intended, as the Lakers win that one back. Sydney Pinty working it in. Below the goal line it'll go. Cammie London, oh, almost got that one picked up and almost got a tripping call there as it gets back towards Pinty again. Working it back across. Back up to the point. Pinty, quick shot, save made by the torso of Gonsalves once more.
That was a beautiful shot from Sydney Pinty. Another save from Garrow, however. The Lakers are trying everything they can to get it in the goal here, and another opportunity for them to try here again.
6:26 left to go in period number 1 as the faceoff comes to the left of the goaltender. One back by the Lakers. That one will go all the way down. DeVivo had a thought of coming out and grabbing it, but instead it'll be Helen Van Dam who does so. Cycling it back into the corner. Elizabeth Cooley up the boards. Ooh, intercepted here by Naz as they get it back around into the near corner here. Skibinski up the boards it'll go. Sydney Pinty trying to get it out. Keeping it in though is Ella Cedrone. Around. Lakers up the boards here. Cedrone trying to get it again, but here come the Lakers the other way. Conliffe up towards Cooley. She's able to get it in the zone. But chasing after that one is the Naz defenders. Around into the near corner it'll go. Coming up the near side. Over the blue line. Over the red line, they'll dump it in. Around the boards it'll go. As Oswego with a little bit more space here, but shortening quickly is Solana Zizzo. Able to take it up the near side. Off the boards it'll go. Zizzo back up towards the net of Gonsalves, and ooh, almost falling over her. Was one of her own defenders, but she's able to cover that one up and keep it at a 1-0 score.
Seems like it's the transition play that's struggling a little bit here for Oswego. They get the puck up the field, up the court, up the rink, I should say, and they struggle on transition trying to pass it and get it into an opportunity to score. That's where they're struggling right now, but a lot of time to change this.
Face off, one back by Oswego. One back over to the other side, keeping it in is Tilly Pethrick, a shot off the crossbar. Again, twice in a period, as here comes, that's Laskowski. Oh, kicked away by DeVivo. Again, we'll go back the other way. A little bit of fire wagon hockey here. As here comes Tilly Pethrick again. Tilly Pethrick, a shot off the defender. Tried to get it back towards the center again. As up the boards it'll go. Ooh, off of Pethrick's skate. She's got some space. Backhander. Oh, just trickled into the glove of Gonsalves. As we will stop quite a hectic couple seconds there.
Yeah, that shot off the crossbar, if this was soccer, that would have been really impressive. That's not easy to do in hockey, so that was a very cool shot there. Obviously it didn't go in, but yeah, both teams going back and forth, and one of these teams is eventually going to score here.
Face off to the right of Gonsalves. One back by the Lakers. Ooh, left in the hands of Julia Power. Power trying to keep it in, and she does. As it goes back into the hands of Zach, she'll put it to the boards here. Abby Dix around. Almost lost her stick there as it goes back up the far boards. Out of the zone it'll go. The Lakers will try to regroup. Up the boards, Julia Power forwarding it back as it gets Brooke Terry into Zach off the near boards. Power picks it up again on the Lakers' end. Back up the near side. Nazareth sending it back into the hands of the Lakers here as Abby Dix dumps it right in. Off the stick of Gonsalves into the hands of Brooke Terry. Terry around to Gurley. Back up to Terry. Brooke Terry, oh, and offsides again, and you gotta wonder, is Nazareth being a little bit impatient with their different rushes? What do you think, Brady?
I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit impatient, but also a lot of aggressive plays here. I will say for Lakers side of things, Fiona Sirens, number 9, has won almost every faceoff she's been in. I spoke with her earlier this week. She's very pumped to get to play here at Oswego, the freshman athlete out of Detroit, Michigan. But yes, I think it's a little bit of aggressiveness here from Nazareth that's holding them up.
Into the corner, Nazareth to the center. No shot will come this time as the Lakers able to get it back out the other way. Below the goal line it'll go. Sydney Pinty picking that one up. Ooh, stolen away by Naz. Here come the Flyers around. No shot will come as it'll go back to the boards again. McCann bringing it around this time. Pinty breaks it up. All the way down off, I believe that was the pants of Helen Van Dam in the neutral zone. She gets it off these near boards, but that one will go a little bit far. That one will be an icing with about 2:52 left to go in period number 1.
Yeah, another icing call there from the Lakers. They got to keep control of this puck. That's what the problem is so far. It seems like it's been very sloppy on their side of the things, but they are playing very, very strong defense, and that's what I said was key to win here today. The defense has got to be strong because Nazareth's offense is a very aggressive offense. So great start so far for the Lakers defense.
One around. Defenders playing with it. Quick shot, gloved up by DeVivo, and she'll stop that one as to prevent any other firings.
Have yourself a game so far, Mia DeVivo. I mean, that's another save. That's 10 shots from Nazareth. One's gotten in, so 9 saves so far from DeVivo. Records could be get broke today. You never know.
Another save from DeVivo. She's got another 900 so far. She was perfect last year in the one full game that she played, but you got to wonder, especially with how the Lakers did it last week, if they're going to put in, Ava Christensen and also Erica Finney as well.
Yeah.
During the last 2 periods, I should say.
That's the second time Skabinski has been called off for face-off. She gets a little chippy when she's trying to face off. The ref called her off again on the Nazareth side.
One around by Naz as they go back up the boards here. That's keeping that one in of the Lakers. A little board battle here. A blatant hooking call. I believe that one's going to be scored. Kurska Skabinski. And I think they'll call that one high sticking, if I saw the sign correctly. But instead, I think that they'll be putting a different player in here. Yes, that's one of the new players. Bruce Sazy in the box for the Nazareth Golden Flyers. So 2 minutes for 25 up on the board. And the Lakers getting their first real power play opportunity for the game here. Face off to the right of Gonsalves. As this one will be 5-on-4 for the Lakers. One back. Ooh, but right into the hands of Laskowski as she almost was able to get that one out of the zone. And you got to wonder if the Lakers might be playing a little bit of catch-up themselves, even on a power play like this, as Laskowski able to get it around a couple defenders here. As Laskowski, I think, yeah, she was the one that lost that glove here. And here they come the other way. Back off the near side, all the way down into the zone. Zach back up towards Conrad on the near side. Back into the hands. That's Kayla Dewar. Quick shot. Oh, Tilly Patrick had some real fire on that one. There's Solana Zizzo, quick shot. Turned away by Gonsalves. Now Tilly Pethrick on the near side to Zizzo. Zizzo looking for options. Quick shot! Very high wind up from her. Unfortunately, that one will go wide. Up off the glass it'll go. Less than a minute to go here from the Deborah F. Stanley Arena in period one. Elizabeth Cooley off the far boards, all the way back down to Solana Zizzo again, off the near side. Ooh, and a smart play there from Alexandra O'Brien, waiting for that, as she had just hopped over the boards. Just evading him too many men penalty here as Julia Power facing some issues. It goes all the way down the other way. DeVivo will choose to stop it for Tilly Pethrick. 23 seconds left. Pethrick up for now Brittany Iverson. Iverson, tried to get it back to Pethrick, but instead it'll be DeVivo playing it. 14 seconds left, handing it to Pethrick. One rush left to go. Brittany Iverson back over towards the far side. We're working that one back out. 3 seconds. We'll return to full strength for the last play of period number 1. So after 20 minutes of regulation play, the score, 1 for Nazareth, none for the Lakers so far. The shots on goal, 10 for Nazareth, 9 for the Lakers, so they're staying relatively even here, Brady, in the shot column, but still, Nazareth with the lead so far.
Absolutely, yeah. Nazareth, it's just a strong team, and that's what I said at the beginning of the game. The Oswego Lakers, they got to try to execute here because this team is really fast. They're really aggressive, but there is a couple of cracks in the ice that if the Lakers can capitalize on it, they can probably get past it because there is a little bit of sloppiness on the Nazareth side of things, but that's where the Lakers need to find that and capitalize here.
Well, 1-0 the score after 20 here from the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. We'll send it back over to the perch for our intermission report. You're watching Lakers Women's Hockey right here on WTOP 10 Sports.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Crits. Come on. I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. Oh, you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Welcome back to the perch for the first intermission report. I'm Jason Patrick, alongside me, Connor Singris and Evan Shomes. After one period of play, Nazareth Golden Flyers up over the Oswego State Lakers, 1-0. The Golden Flyers strike early in that period. Tell me about that goal, Connor.
Yeah, just 5 minutes into the game, scored by number 12, Kariska Skabinski. Honestly, it was the first shot that Mia DeVivo actually faced all night, and boy, was it a good one, as Nazareth was able to take an early one-goal lead.
Yeah, there's a few chances for Nazareth there right before that goal, but it was early, and that can sometimes just be, like a real breaker for the Lakers early. You know, like you get out there, you try to start, get out to a good start, and all of a sudden you give up that first goal way early into the game. Excuse me. Moving on, we're going to talk about the physical play in that first period, Evan. It seemed like a really physical first period, a lot of big hits.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, on both sides, both teams are obviously playing to win. They're hungry for the win, but Nazareth has just been getting those bodies in front of the net and really turning the tide in their offensive zone.
Yeah, we saw a lot of physical play in that first period, but we didn't see any penalties for a while. In a big physical game like we saw so far, you would expect a lot more, referees jumping into plays or making it about themselves or just trying to control the game. We didn't see any power plays until 2 minutes left in that first period. The Lakers took man advantage, but they didn't score on it.
Yeah, just 2:05 left in the first period. The Lakers finally got on the power play thanks to a high sticking call on Nazareth. They only generated one shot in the entire 2 minutes and spent the majority of the power play just chasing the puck and trying to tag up. Nazareth was able to just clear the puck constantly, easy changes for their defenders, and in my opinion, guys, Oswego never actually made Nazareth feel like they were a man down.
Yeah, I mean, this goes back to what we were talking about in the pregame show, right, Evan, that special teams mean a lot. That's how you win games. That's how you win big games against very competitive teams like Nazareth. And if you're Oswego, you have to strike on those power plays.
For sure. I was hyping up this power play before the game started, but I was honestly very disappointed. They aren't really making the plays that you'd expect you'd be able to make on a power play. They're just kind of shooting on the net, dumping and chasing.
What would you change for that power play?
What I would do is honestly just break into the zone, take your time, and make plays. You don't have to shoot every time. You can make plays. You have time. You're up a man.
What impressed you for the penalty kill, Connor, where they were able to kill it off for Nazareth, of course. They killed it off. They got out of the period up still 1-0.
I think it was just the overall defenders for Nazareth. I mean, number 30, Mackenzie Garrow, was flat out not challenged. That one shot on goal by the Lakers was just non-competitive. I'd argue that the majority of their 9 shots on goal for the entire period were non-competitive. Kind of just felt like they were flinging shots at the net. And when your goalie's not having to get tested, when your defenders aren't really rushing, moving around, trying to find and cover the open man, there's really just no pressure on that penalty kill, and they were able to just take their time, clear the puck, and regroup.
And you were talking about number 30, Mackenzie Garrow, in net. We are going to move on to the goalies we talked heavily a lot about in the pregame show. Let's start talking about the goalies in that first period. What impressed you for Mackenzie Garrow?
Just the overall calmness. I mean, only playing a total of 19 minutes and 51 seconds on the ice last year, Mackenzie Garrow was able to come into this raucous environment that is the Deb on Teal Night and just flat out play like she has been doing this for her entire collegiate career, rather than this actually being the first year that she is Nazareth's starting goaltender.
We saw a lot of shots come in to Mia DeVivo. Of course, she did give up that one goal, which a lot really wasn't her fault. But she did see a lot of open ice chances. Tell me about what impressed you most, Evan.
Yeah, DeVivo has had some big saves. She's really the one keeping them in this game right now. Nazareth's just generating so many grade A opportunities in the offensive zone, and DeVivo's just taking them like a champ. She's been a brick wall so far.
We talked about in the pregame show for the goalies that last week, since it is an exhibition game, the Lakers did move on from DeVivo in the second and third period, put in Finney and Christensen, to try and spread around the wealth and see what you got out of your goalies. Do you see them doing this game?
Honestly, I do. It's the second of 2 exhibition games, and you really want to find out who's your backup goalie, who's that number 2, and who's your number 3, just in case something hypothetically happens to your starter. You really want to figure out who will get out there and try and put the team on their back, hypothetically, in case that happens.
And this would be a big test for both Finney and Christensen. They're going against a really good Nazareth team that we've really talked about a lot throughout not only this intermission report, but in the pregame show. Nazareth is ranked 10th in the USCHO poll, while Oswego is ranked 8th. This is a really good battle, but it would be a good opportunity for them.
100%. Honestly, it's not looking like Oswego is ranked above them, so far at least. This first period was honestly very dominated by Nazareth, just making the plays and getting into the offensive zone, capitalizing on those turnovers.
It would be interesting to see if those polls do change after this game, especially if Nazareth does win. You do have to remember that it is an exhibition game, but it will be interesting to see how those polls would change moving forward. it would really, I mean, so far it does look like Nazareth should be over them.
Yeah, no, those rankings do look a little fugazi right now, so to speak. I mean, Nazareth certainly looks like the sharper team, the more put together team, and just the more experienced team. We mentioned a big infusion of youth for this Oswego Lakers team. They lost 4 out of 5 of their top 5 point scorers, and it kind of seems like that's showing on the offensive end throughout the first period.
And that could be hard to judge if you lose a lot of players. Where do you rank on these polls? But so far, like we said, Oswego is ranked 8th and Nazareth is ranked 10th. Moving on, if you guys were the coaches in this locker room, you're going, for Nazareth at least, you're going into this first period, you're on the road, and you come out strong. You have a lot of great chances. You get out of the first period up a goal. What are you saying to your team right now?
I'm telling my team to just keep doing everything that they did in that first period. I mean, from the moment puck dropped, Nazareth seemed like the better team, the more physical team, the faster team, and they just came out here and played like this was their home arena. Like, they've been here before, and honestly, they just came in here and took the energy and the life right out of the arena. They sucked it right up. If I was their head coach, I'd say, hey, let's not make any mistakes and let's not give this Oswego Lakers team any reason to think that they could get back in this game.
Absolutely. Nazareth did come out hard in that first period. We saw Oswego kind of shift the gears a little bit towards the end of the period, especially with that late power play that they unfortunately did not score on for them. However, the momentum was shifting. We definitely saw that, right, Evan?
Yeah, 100%. Oswego just has to clean up their game, honestly. There's a lot of game left. There's still 2 periods to go. You just clean up the game, connect those passes, and just make plays. Take your time when you're in the offensive zone. You don't have to just shoot it in every time. Make some plays, pass around, then get those shots on net.
So if you're in the locker room right now, you're talking to these girls, I mean, what are you saying to them to just convince them that they are in this game right now?
I'm telling them, don't give up. You're down by 1 goal. There's a lot of game to play. Just keep working. Don't be sloppy. Just take your time, make those plays, and you'll be fine.
What do you guys think the scheme would be going forward? Obviously, you said that Nazareth was almost perfect, but how do they clean up moving forward to take that momentum right back from Oswego?
Obviously, for Nazareth, you want to stay out of the box. We mentioned before, Oswego, in their past game, scored 2 of their 3 goals on the power play. You don't want to give Oswego, which is a team that statistically and historically under Mark Digby has done well on the special teams on the power play. You don't want to give them the opportunity to come back with a man advantage. If Oswego scores today, and I'm Nazareth, I want them scoring on the 5-on-5.
And for Oswego, we saw that the speed of Nazareth, as well as the passing for Nazareth, a lot of clean breakout plays for Nazareth so far. How does Oswego counter that?
I think a lot of that is coming from some very unfortunate turnovers by Oswego. They just really got to clean up the game and at least get 1 on the board. Once they get 1, I think they could really get it going. I mean, last against St. John Fisher, they didn't score until the second period where they got 2. So they still have a lot of opportunity, and I think that they just got to clean it up a little.
Yeah, absolutely. They just really need to bounce back. One thing that we definitely noticed during that first period, in the defensive zone, Oswego just wasn't getting out to the point. On that blue line, there's a lot of shots coming in far, and that they were tipped right into Mia DeVivo. Those are dangerous opportunities, and how do you counter that going forward?
You just got to win those stick battles in front of the net, which honestly near the end of the second period, you started to see a lot where Oswego was noticing that Nazareth is crashing that net, they're staying in front, and now we just got to win those stick battles and continue to win those stick battles.
Absolutely. That's it from us on the Perch for your first intermission report. Right after the break, Rob and Brady will have the call again for the second period between the Lakers and the Golden Flyers here on WTOP 10.
If you like action, romance,
if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surfaces this.
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Look at the number of disasters in the U.S. Chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, crits.
Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. You got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Welcome back up top of the Steve Levy press box here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. My name is Rob Finger alongside Brady Hauser, and we're back here for tonight's matchup between your Oswego State Lakers and the Nazareth Golden Flyers. After one period of play, one for Nazareth, none for the Lakers so far here, Brady. I mean, what is it going to take for them to possibly equalize that score on the board here?
Like I just said before the break, it's a matter of breaking the ice. You gotta get through the cracks that Nazareth is struggling with. They're really good offensively and defensively. However, there are a few times where they are sloppy and some mistakes are made. That's where Oswego needs to capitalize on those little bit of mistakes that they make and try to get something into the net here.
Yeah, absolutely. As Gonsalves on the side of Nazareth has been an absolute stonewall for the Lakers so far. They've been getting a lot of big shots from about the point area, from about the blue line, but none have worked so far. So we'll see if head coach Mark Digby has a change and makes a little adjustment here in period number 2. 1 second up on the clock. The intermission is over, and we are underway for period number 2 here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. And I think that, I don't think the timekeepers were ready, and I don't think that the linesmen had paid attention to the timekeepers here, which that's literally the thing that you do if you're a referee. I actually used to be a referee myself, and that is like the number one thing you do. You make sure that both goalies are prepared, and you make sure that the timekeepers are prepared. At this point, unfortunately, they were not. So we will start things once more. Lakers going back the other way. As getting it back over to that blue line are the Lakers, just looking to regroup it. Leah Coley on the near side. Up the boards it'll go into the hands of Liliana Ficaro. Ficaro up. Down the boards it'll go back into the hands of Coley. She'll send it over to the far side, and dumping it in are the Lakers. Below the goal line it'll go. One back around. Abruzzi. Up the boards it'll go. Into the zone, Nazareth taking it around, sending it right across the crease of DeVivo. Ooh, and big hit laid in the corner, and thankfully she's able to get up under her own power, so she'll go to the bench here, but unfortunately she's the one that's preventing Nazareth from going into the zone here, so a little bit unfortunate for the Flyers, as here they come back the other way, the Lakers. Around for Megan Smith. Back up towards Kata Demirs. Demirs just trying to get out of the corner with it. Ooh, and pinned to the boards by Ali Zach. You might want to see if something like that might be a holding, especially on Ali Zach, and something like that just pinning her against the boards, just not allowing her to play that puck. But nonetheless, a quick shot save made by DeVivo. She had a thought of letting it go and letting it play on, but instead she will rethink that and bring it down for a faceoff.
Yeah, DeVivo with another save there. Yeah, I think she was noticing that Nazareth had more than one defender right in front of her. So instead of letting it play, I would save it as well. Great play there by DeVivo.
And believe it or not, I have not, I've actually made a little bit of a mistake. Oswego has chosen to go with the same strategy that they did in the first preseason game. That is Ava Christensen in net, the freshman from Wheaton over in Illinois. She is now in net. DeVivo taking a break here on the bench as Nazareth putting up their firepower again as it gets right into the hands of Cameron London instead. And down the boards it'll go. McCann will have to regroup here for Nazareth. Up the far boards it'll go. Ooh, instead taken away. That is Erica Parenti's shot. Turned away as it went, I believe, off the tip of the pad of Gonsalves. and just went behind the net. Oh, and that is very blatant for, I believe that is Julia Power. As wow, a hooking call on her, and either that was wow, about as clear cut as they call, unfortunately for the Lakers. So
yeah, that was a very aggressive play there from Bauer. Obviously now she's going to go into the penalty box. Now for Nazareth, a power play opportunity, 5-on-4 here. This is a good opportunity for Nazareth to get a point on the board.
Yeah. Now, face-off to the left of Ava Christensen. This one won back by the Lakers, and they start their 2 minutes of man-down play as part of this penalty kill here as Nazareth works it around. Abruzzi now to Zach, a quick shot over the net. Oh, a rebound was there, stopped by Christensen, it's covered by her. And she's able to cover it up for the stoppage, but only wiping out about 18 seconds off of that board for the penalty kill. So this one might be a little bit of a struggle for the Lakers here, Brady.
Yeah, and 1:42 still in the penalty here for Power, so defense is going to be very, very crucial right now for the Lakers. Just get the puck back on the other side of the rink.
One back by Zach. Ooh, almost hooking her up was the other 20 on the ice here, number 20, Kayla Dory. As Zach again, down low, to the center, shot, oh, rang the iron. Down the ice it'll go, the Lakers able to finally get it out. But luck is on the side of the Lakers, as that's now twice that the Nazareth Golden Flyers have rang either the crossbar or the pipe. Pittis into the zone for Naz. Below the goal line it'll go. Around. Ooh, gets hopped over the stick of Eve Matire as it goes back below the goal line. Swiping it around to the Lakers. Ooh, has a little bit of a bounce and play here. Backhander gloved up by the leather of Ava Christensen.
I've noticed Coach Digby has been very, very calm down there on the bench side of things. Over on the other side, Nazareth's coach, a little bit more spirited toward his team. Digby down here, though, a lot more calm here.
Yeah, cool, calm, and collected. Mark Digby, that one goes over the blue line. I saw that one, as did the linesman, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off right here in front of the Laker bench. You really got to be careful, especially if you're a defender. Just getting too close to that blue line can result in plays like that as we get started. Once again, going over to the far side, Abby Dix, but just getting it into the defender's hands for Naz. Ooh, swiping it away real quick was Tilly Patrick. Or no, that was Solana Zizzo. As I'm just seeing the 7s on those jerseys. These blue jerseys, they're fantastic. They're for a great cause,
yes.
But the numbers just, especially on the sleeves, might be a little bit hard to read.
Yes. 8 seconds before the Lakers get full power back. Power is eager to get back out onto the court here.
Holding that door 1 second. She's let free, but a quick shot comes. It's blocked away by, that one is Tilly Patrick. You can tell the difference between them because Tilly Patrick is significantly taller. As Matire, quick shot, turned away by Christensen again. A wrap doesn't work. As Jenna Majewski's able to get it out. Ooh, and yeah,
big
like you
check
said,
to the middle, yeah.
A little collision at center ice is Tilly Patrick able to grab that below the goal line. Off the boards, it'll go. Up the boards for McCann. McCann, ooh, getting that intercepted here as Abby Dix able to stay with it. Oh, it was in her skates momentarily. Didn't quite know where it was. Able to get it now to Jenna Majewski below the goal line.
Yeah, another big collision, and this time there was arms flying.
Yeah, over on that far side, things getting a little bit physical as it goes all the way down the river once more for an icing with 14:40 left to go in period number 2.
Do you think this pace of play is helping Oswego right now? It seems like when they slow it down, this is where they're getting a little bit more calm and are able to make plays happen. You think this is what's helping them at the moment?
I do think so. It's very much one of those, because after they were able to get free of the penalty, they've been looking a lot better in the short time since. As Helen Van Dam sending it back below the goal line. but chipping it all the way up and out is Nazareth. That one will go all the way down, and that one will be another icing. So we'll send it back down into the Golden Flyers' end.
Yeah, I was just like, my thoughts are because when Nazareth is a very fast-paced team, and they want to play fast. When Oswego slows it down, it just seems like that's when they're able to make plays, and it's only a matter of time Lakers get something in the net here.
Yeah, possibly a little bit of trap hockey or some clutching and grabbing, things like that will sort of slow down the game for the Lakers. They're playing a lot tighter around the net of Gonsalves here. Oh, it's Brittany Iverson almost got her stick on it before getting lugged down. That's getting sent back over to the other side. Quick shot, saved away. Oh, and pushed into the goal was Jenna Majewski by Maggie Jacoby. And Jacoby was just not happy with Majewski there, just pushing her into the crossbar. Wow.
Yeah,
aggressive.
Jacoby's got a little bit of a temper right now. Not very happy with Majewski. Kind of shoved her right into the net, and that's what pushed the net off the hinges over there. But yeah.
Yeah, net getting off its pegs, off its moorings, as we have another face-off at that same circle to the right of Gonsalves. Oh, and able to get it out is Manila. Here they come. Was grabbing that instead of Cincy Pinty. Around the net of Christensen. Ooh, just chooses to circle back and will instead give it to Helen Van Dam. Van Dam up the boards. Up for Iverson. And past the two of them. Skipinski able to pick it up. Oh, and rushing towards that one was Jenna Majewski. All 6'2" of her. As here comes Naz, a quick shot gets blocked away. As getting it back down the other way is the Lakers able to get it out of their own end. 13:25 left to go in period number 2 is grabbing that. The Golden Flyers sending it up those far boards into the hands instead of Cedrone. Cedrone off the skates there, it looked like, of I believe that was Megan Smith, is off the boards. It'll go. Smith over the blue line. Ooh, a little bit of a misstep there as here comes Alyssa Drone. Cedrone, oh, shot, and oh, put the hands up into the face of the defender. No call.
Yeah,
wow, Nazareth is really testing the waters here.
Yeah, that was an aggressive call. Another one I'm surprised the refs let go. That was full fist to the face to push the
Moses
Laker
shot,
down.
Blocked away by Ava Christensen. Oh, as again, yeah, this one getting very physical as Megan Smith takes it, tried to backhand it, but here comes Naz once again. Oh, but they are offsides, which is, I think, the number one thing that they're going to have to leave this game and work on here,
Yeah,
Brady.
that was, yeah, they got to work on their offsides here. They're getting a lot of offsides calls.
Yeah,
but,
just working on the awareness
that
of
wasn't
knowing where the players are.
That wasn't a stick check a minute ago. That was a full-on forearm to the face. I'm shocked that those refs did not call that.
I mean, I've been told in the past in my playing career, follow through on your shot, but I don't think that that's what they meant.
No, not at all.
Lakers coming back out. Tilly Pethrick now up for Erica Parenti. Parenti for London. London in the zone. She'll send it back below the goal line. Ooh, and pinned to the boards was Lauren Ricabelli as it goes back around for Power. Julia Power getting into the hands of Alexis Jones. Up the boards it'll go. Oh, popping off, though, as Erica Parenti and Helen Van Dam looking to do something down in that low corner. Cameron London now. London around, off the boards. Now for Julia Power, sending it back below the goal line. Erica Parenti now. Up the boards it'll go. Nazareth working it back towards the side here. Julia Power off her stick below the goal line. Zach around to the far corner. Oh, and sending her over was Julia Power. And Oswego serving back up a little bit of what Nazareth has put on Oswego's plate as it goes back down. That'll be another icing, and we'll get another face-off to the right of Gonsalves here in the Nazareth end.
Again, like I said, Lakers got to slow it down. Right now, the fast pace, that's what Nazareth wants, wants it to be fast. When they slow it down, Nazareth, that's where they're struggling. But it's also a matter of getting the bodies in front to get the puck, because it seems like that's what Nazareth is doing so well, is getting the body in front of the puck and the stick and able to get the puck into their range.
Ooh, and Getting a little bit hooked up there was Elizabeth Cooley, but I think it was Brooke Terry, number 7 out there, that had her stick a little bit pinned under her arm. So you got to wonder if Nazareth might be wanting to draw the penalties a little bit in this game.
Another icing call there. So another opportunity here for the Lakers down in the Nazareth scoring area. Yeah.
Back over towards the corner. It'll go off the face-off as, Kayla Doer, or Dory, I should say, getting hit on the ice here as Elizabeth Cooley reverses it back the other way. Dory again. Ooh, off the boards it'll go. Cooley following her up. Dory, quick shot, blocked away. I think that one went into Georgia Cunliffe, her own teammate, as she takes it back up the boards again, but gets pinned once more by Sophia Pettis. And Nazareth will take it back the other way. Leah Coley up for now, Georgia Cunliffe. Cunliffe, ooh, a lot of stick action there. As you can sense the aggressiveness for Nazareth, and Oswego might have to sort of match that aggressiveness, if anything, but especially in the last game, like I said during the pregame show, they spent a lot of time in the box. As, a little bit of confusion there as they're finally able to regroup. Ooh, off the stick of Abby Dix. Dix around the corner. Liliana Vaccaro. Back up towards, that was Shea Jazeel putting it back below the goal line. Jazeel now, I think, still with it. And Nazareth able to steal it away. Ooh, keeping it in. Helen Van Dam just even for a little bit. As Abby Dix again, just board battle here on the near side. Who had fallen over behind her was Liliana Vaccaro. Helen Van Dam taking it into the zone. Van Dam around, but getting broken up by Ava Matire. Gonzalez almost wanted to cover that one as it came to her, but nonetheless, Nazareth will get it out into the neutral zone. It'll come. Backhanded away by Shea Jazeel. Matire again. Now backhanded herself over to the far side.
That was a beautiful pass right there. Up into the air, the puck went.
Flanagan.
But now they take it right back.
Now back up for number 9, Fiona Sirens. Nazareth. Back over for Gorley. Gurley. Around. Into the far corner it'll go. She hands it instead to Ella Manila. Manila, getting a little bit of stick action from the Lakers there as she came back below the goal line. Over towards the far side for McCann. McCann walking down below the goal line. She'll go. A quick cycle there. Gets iced all the way down by the Lakers, and we'll have now a face-off in the Lakers' end with 8:32 left to go in period number 2. 17 shots on the board so far for the Nazareth Golden Flyers. Only 10 for the Lakers. Nazareth very much taking a little bit of control here in the second period. Face off to the right of Ava Christensen. One around by Naz. Naz towards the center. And that one towards the side. It's back towards the points it'll go. McCann walking shot, blocked away. It'll go out of the zone. Blocked away again, Solana Zizzo. Wow, what a play made by her as Tilly Patrick gets it towards Zizzo. She's having to stop and go there as it gets back up the boards. Back into the zone it'll go. Korska Skabinski. Now up for Brittany Iverson.
Nice poke check there from
Cedrone giving her a little bit of
Jacoby.
tap. As here comes power shot off the crossbar again.
Another so close shot there.
Leah
Slow it
Coley.
down now.
Majewski a shot, it goes wide. Below the goal line, it'll go into the near corner. Majewski laying a hit, and Cedrone wanted a penalty, but I don't think she should be talking with how aggressive her team has been in the last couple minutes here.
Yeah, Julia Power also getting aggressive here.
Worked around by the Lakers. Julia Power over to Leah Coley. Coley, shot, save made, rebounds there though. It gets loose. Nazareth gets it out. All the way down it'll go.
It just seems like every time they get an opportunity, something happens that they can't get it in. They got to capitalize here. This is what the Lakers are good at. It is their offense. It's just a matter of they got to put it all together.
Working it around, Sydney Pinty. behind the net of Christensen. Ooh, it's almost heat-seeking was that number 24 for Nazareth.
Ooh.
And Judkowitz still with it, just trying to fight with power there in the neutrals, or in the near corner, I should say. It's Conrad on that far side coming in, has some space. Shot! Save made by Christensen. It'll go over the net.
Yeah, Christensen having a good game as well here. She's made some saves that have been crucial here for the Lakers. Obviously, Nazareth's got 18 shots up on the board. Majority of those were saved by DeVivo, but Christensen's starting to get some stats here on the board as well.
Out off of Demir's stick. Megan Smith trying to handle it herself, but it'll go back into the Oswego end. Ellen Van Dam up the near boards, able to get through with it. Now it's Lanley Luntz. Luntz, below the goal line, she's forced. As Nazareth comes back up the near side, keeping it in. Shea Jazeel, below the goal line, it'll go. Zach all the way around, she sends it. And having to chase after that is Solana Zizzo. Zizzo, long over for Cammie London. London, off the stick there of Lunks. Oh, and she's able to swipe it away for Abe Matire. Up the boards it'll go. Sending it right back in, though. Oh, sent right across as it goes over to the far boards. Gurley leaving it up, keeping it in, though. Now it's a quick shot from Jazeel again. Below the goal line it'll go. Abe Matire as well. Sophia Pittis up the near side. Kept in by Jazeel. Jazeel backhanding it. Back below the goal line it'll go for about the umpteenth time. Off the boards it'll bounce. Lakers still with possession though. Erica Parenti looking to work with it. Lauren Ricabelli now right towards the center. Parenti circles back for some space. Ooh, almost lost it there, and she did, and Nazareth will swipe it out. Off the boards from Zizzo. Ooh, and that one gets out of play off the stick of Shea Jazeel, who will laugh that one off below us. And I believe we'll have a neutral zone face-off with 4:44 left to go in period number 2.
Well, young fan's going to get himself a souvenir, puck going up into the stands. Rob, this is the thing that I've been talking about at the beginning of the game. It's the inexperience, I think, that's hurting the Lakers right now. They get it in the scoring area, in the scoring zone, and that's when they just can't capitalize. It's where maybe a little bit of the inexperience, having some of the newer players out there, that might be the problem here for the Lakers so far.
Face off to the near side. Well, off the boards, Flanagan getting it back into the zone. Tilly Pethrick, off the boards it'll go. Up now for Kayla Dewey. Now here come the Lakers once more, trying to get it to Dewey. Dory around. Dory shot! Blocked away. Into the corner it'll go. Nazareth sending it back around. It's in the corner. McCann having to go for it. But instead, Elizabeth Cooley grabbing that for the Lakers. Megan Smith trying to hand that instead over for Sydney Pinty. Around Elizabeth Cooley. Ooh, stick lift there for Maggie Jacoby. Up the boards it'll go. Manila able to forward it over towards, I believe that was Abby Flanagan. A quick shot went on, but it just wide. McCann now up the boards. Over to Manila. Manila, ooh, getting that Abby Dix. Shot, save made. The rebound was there, but just nobody was able to capitalize it. It'll go out of the zone. Sydney Pinty reverses it for Leah Coley. Coley, oh, interception there. A quick shot, save made by Christensen. She'll turn it away. Back up to the top. Quick shot, save made. Christensen again. 3:04 left to go in period number 2, and we are still at 1-0, very much due to the play of Ava Christensen here, Brady.
Yeah, Kayla Dory, that was a great play. Almost was able to get she got the transition, got the breakthrough, almost able to get past the goalie for the Lakers here. But yeah, another face-off, and Sirens wins another face-off here.
Up the boards, it'll go. Shea Jazeel just trying to get it out of the zone. As here come the Lakers once more. Liliana Ficaro over the blue line. Ooh, just gets a little bit tripped up, and the Laker bench wants a penalty, but they will not get one. It's down below the goal line. It'll go. Fiona Sirens chasing after it. Up the boards. It'll go for Naz. To the middle. A textbook breakout there. Oh, and just over the blue line was Ella Cedrone. And you get the sense here that Nazareth is a little bit too eager here, Brady.
Another offsides call. That's what's really been their biggest challenge today. It seems like Nazareth, every time they want to make a good play or a power play up the field, they just they're always offside.
Kicked up by the Nazareth Golden Flyers off the boards. It'll go long into the zone. Majewski with an opportunity, tried to swipe it away, but didn't quite go. Oh, and laying a bit of a hit there, Alexandra O'Brien. But here comes Naz once more. Quick shot, save made by the stick of Ava Christensen. That one will go up into the protective netting. So 2:12 left to go in period number 2. 1-0. Like I said earlier, still the score very much due to the efforts of Ava Christensen in net. But I think for especially Oswego's goalies in general, since that first goal on the first or second shot, they've really taken it personally and not had too many close calls like that one was. As it goes back down the other way. It was off the boards. It'll go right into center ice. Into some open ice here. Zach working it back. Oh, and wrestling each other down there. That was Brittany Iverson doing the wrestling. As number 21, Brooke Judkowitz.
That was some Bob Backlund chicken bone crossface type stuff right there.
Zach back into the zone. Circles back. Looking for an opportunity. Conrad, shot, save made. As it gets back for Amy Laskowski. Round the circle. Shot, scores!
Oh.
Amy Laskowski. Round the circle, finds the corner. It's 2-0 Golden Flyers.
It was only a matter of time for one of these teams to get one on the board. Both teams have been oh so close. As now it's a 2-0 lead for the Nazareth Flyers. So now the Lakers are going to have to really put some pressure on here to get themselves out of this hole.
2-0 the score, 2 goals on 23 shots. So if you think about it, both goalies still have a 900 for the save percentage. So it's not necessarily their fault. As oh yes, that is very much a penalty. Both referees' arms went up on that one, and the Lakers will get a power play once more. And that one, Nikki Sharp going to the box. 2 minutes for tripping here on about the most widely obvious tripping call that you could possibly have imagined.
Yeah, but a little bit of a cool thing about Nikki Sharp, even though she's in the penalty box for Nazareth, the only player from down under. At Perth, Australia is her hometown, so pretty cool to see there.
Absolutely. As Leah Coley tried to get a shot on, but instead it went to the stick of Katie Demers. Demers with Megan Smith, 1 minute remaining, so if they don't score a goal, that power play will roll over to period number 3, and they will start with a man advantage. As now down the boards it'll go Katie Demers. Demers up for Coley. Coley working it in a circle here. Ooh, very aggressive are these Golden Flyers on their power play. Now back up to Julia Power. Power, shots! Oh, just wide. Just wide into the corner. Back up for Julia Power. Power, shot from Coley. Just turns away by, Gonzalez again, and wow. Another board battle here is, a couple Lakers get stuck there. Lakers having to get out as it goes all the way down. Ava Christensen stopping that one. As here comes Brooke Judkowitz with a bit of speed. Doesn't quite get to it before time expires. So, after the first 40 minutes of regulation 2 for the Nazareth Golden Flyers, none for the Oswego Lakers so far here, Brady.
Yeah, the Flyers are they're being very strong. And that was what I said at the beginning of the game. They have so many upperclassmen and players with so much experience that it's just really tough. The inexperience that the Lakers have, it is showing with having 12 freshmen on the team. It makes it a challenge for the Lakers, and this is definitely one of their most challenging teams that they have faced so far.
Absolutely. The UCHC, I should say, conference champions up by 2 after 40 minutes. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. We'll send it over to the perch for our intermission report. You're watching Oswego Lakers women's hockey right here on WTOP 10 Sports.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
If you like action, romance,
Polly sister, if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this.
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn. Tune in to new episodes of
Oh, boy!
only on WTOP.
Welcome back to the perch here on WTOP 10. James Fitzpatrick alongside me, Evan Shomes, and Connor Sang for the second period intermission report in a game with the Oswego State Lakers and the Nazareth Golden Flyers. With the Nazareth Golden Flyers up 2-0 after 2 periods of play. We saw a quiet second period there until, with 1 minute and 21 seconds second period, the Flyers score to make it 2-0. They take a big gap over the Lakers, with Amy Leskowski scoring the second goal of the game for the Golden Flyers.
Yeah, Amy Leskowski was actually Evan's player to watch. Evan, I'll let you break down that goal a tiny bit here.
Yeah, so Amy Leskowski is all over the puck tonight with 3 shots on goal. It may not sound like a lot, but in this game, it means a lot. You know, all those shots count, and she's just been looking great with that goal, especially capitalizing on these Oswego turnovers.
You know, we saw a little bit of an easy period for both goaltenders, Ava Christensen and Mia Gonsalves, excuse me. It was kind of, everything was around the perimeter, long shots that were easy to save until that second goal that really seemed like Ava Christensen should have had.
Yeah, that second goal really opened up the scoring. Very unfortunate that Christensen wasn't able to stop that puck. But with all that being said, I still think she had a fairly good period, being faced with a ton of shots. I mean, Oswego just getting outshot 23-15 overall. But Nazareth, they were at 10 shots last period. Now they're able to throw on a 13 on Ava Christensen. Very good job by her, only allowing one of those shots to go in.
And it seemed like the defense really has done their job throughout this game for both teams, Evan. I mean, the goalies, like I said, did have an easy period. But, I mean, talk about the defensive play that, they, like I said, everything's been on the perimeter, nothing's been in the middle.
The defense for both teams have been looking much better this period, blocking more of those shots, getting in front of the net, lifting those sticks. But the turnovers, honestly, for both teams this period, they've been brutal. I'm honestly surprised that they haven't been capitalizing more. Obviously, thank you to the goaltenders.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about how we can, go into different players on each teams and, what we could talk about. How about our players to watch? How are your guys' players to watch doing?
For me, starting out, my player to watch was, let's see here,
You had Jenna Majeski for the Lakers.
Jenna Majeski for the Lakers. Unfortunately, just like the Lakers offense, a very quiet showing from Majewski. Unfortunately for the power play, the Lakers still have 48 seconds on the power play right now when we come back into the third. We really haven't seen much of Jenna park down low, which is something that we kind of predicted a little bit here in the pregame show, saying that we might want our tallest skater, Jenna Majewski, down low into the net to try and deflect pucks and even just a potential screen. But really, that honestly hasn't happened for the Lakers so far on the power play.
And how about you, Evan? How are your players to watch doing?
So obviously, like I said earlier, Amy Laskowski with the lone goal in the second period is obviously looking great. But for Oswego, Leah Coley has had 2 shots on goal so far. Not the greatest start, but shots are shots. But I'm hoping we're coming back in this second period with a power play. And like I was saying earlier, she's a deadly asset to that power play. So I'm hoping to see her generate some action there.
Yeah, we can highlight so many players, but going back to those goaltenders, so many saves, so many great saves we've seen for both Gonçalves and Christensen. I mean, which highlight for you guys really just stands out the most?
I mean, I would like to shout out Mia Gonçalves. She's a true freshman. Making her first ever start here, or taking her first ever minutes, I should say, here tonight. So obviously she's just played a fantastic game so far. Oswego currently getting shut out. So really just my flowers go all the way out to Mia Gonçalves.
And that's for Ava Christensen.
Yep. And Ava Christensen's out there for Oswego right now, also looking pretty good. Although not all the shots are grade A opportunities and she let one slip by, she's still not looking too bad.
Absolutely. They are just playing out of their minds so far here tonight. All the goaltenders, including Mia DeVivo, who did play in that first period. We'd like to see Ava Christensen, of course, get that goal back that went right by her glove side late in that second period. But moving on, one thing that we did highlight in that first intermission report, the Golden Flyers just looked faster. They looked smoother. But I would say, I don't know about you guys, the Lakers did look a lot faster that period.
Yeah, really towards the end of the period, I want to say over the final 6 minutes, the Lakers were actually able to get extended pressure in Nazareth's defensive zone, and the Lakers were actually, for the first time ever tonight, able to set up and run their own plays, run their own scheme, get that offense established, and they actually got quality chances on goal. I mean, me and Evan were sitting next to each other watching the game, going like, oh, maybe they could finally score here. But I'd like to see them really stick to that. They've got 48 seconds left on this power play, so hopefully they can capitalize. A 2-0 lead's the most dangerous lead in hockey. That's what they always say.
And the speed has been a key factor so far for both teams. I feel like, speed is just one of the most, important factors in this sport. But the Lakers do need to start utilizing that speed to their advantage and not playing on that perimeter side. That's how you get, chances right into the middle.
Yeah, for sure. And I keep going back to it. The turnovers are brutal. You can make all the plays you want. You can control the game with speed, but if you're not connecting those passes and you're letting those turnovers happen, you can't win the game.
Absolutely, and we saw a lot of turnovers in the defensive zone for Nazareth that really were, saved well by Gonçalves because they really were not good plays right up, it was right up the middle of the ice or right in the slot that the Lakers had really good chances on.
Yeah, Nazareth certainly has been giving away high-quality scoring chances to the Lakers, particularly in those last 6 minutes of the period. And honestly, if Nazareth doesn't get that cleaned up, it's only a matter of time before the Lakers capitalize on one of these grade A chances that are just Nazareth just handing them out for free at this point, it seems like.
So for the Lakers, we talk about their speed and how they've gained the momentum so far until that late goal. They do have that power play, as Connor was talking about, going into this third period. Evan, how do the Lakers turn up the tempo even more to just get on the board?
They're only down by 2. It's a winnable game. They get 1, it's a 1-goal game. They just have to pick up the momentum. They're waking up, as I can tell. They're getting stronger at the end of every period, making those chances, really putting an anchor down in the offensive zone. They just have to keep that going, get at least 1 on the board, and then just take that momentum forward.
And as for Nazareth, Connor, how do you counter what Evan just said to, gain the momentum?
If I'm Nazareth, we got to keep our foot on the gas. I mean, once you take it off, it's very hard to get it back going again. And with a 2-0 lead, it's very easy to get a little lackadaisical, get a little relaxed, not really take every play as seriously as you should. And that's when silly mistakes can start to happen, as we saw with those defensive turnovers. So if I'm Nazareth, clean up those defensive turnovers, stay mentally sharp, stay mentally focused, because once you start making those silly mistakes, this is an Oswego Lakers hockey team that is ready to take advantage.
We talk about the power play going into the third for the Lakers. So far, they have a big donut on the board for their power play. No goals so far in their few chances that they've had. What do the Lakers do going into this third period to get one on the board on this power play quick?
They got to just generate more shots on the power play. The first power play earlier in the game, only getting one shot on goal. I mean, that's terrible. You can't expect to win games that way. So just getting bodies in front of the net, get Majewski down low, get someone in front of Gonzalez, make it harder for Gonzalez to see the puck, and maybe you get a tip in, maybe you get a one-timer. Generate space, and I'm honestly seeing a lot of puck movement just staying on one side of the ice. When they're on the right side, when they're on the right circle, they're staying on the right circle. When they're on the left circle, they're staying on the left circle. Move that puck around, get Nazareth moving, so this way you could get someone open for a good quality shot.
And what's the best way to counter with this penalty kill that we've seen so far with Nazareth? They're perfect on the game so far. They've done a good job killing both penalties that they've taken against Oswego. How do you kill this one off?
They just have to stay on top of the puck, which they've been doing really well at. Anytime I see the puck, there's a Nazareth player there to get the puck back or just to make something happen. And they just have to keep that up, keep the pressure out of their offensive zone, out of their defensive zone, and just keep it out.
For this power play, Connor, you're talking about Jenna Majewski and how to get her in front of the net. What other players would you like to see get involved on this power play?
Honestly, I'd like to see a little bit of Megan Smith, the starting center, the number one center on this Oswego Lakers depth chart today. I'd like to see her try and get a little involved, maybe get an assist here. As a center, you're supposed to kind of be a passer first, look to set up your wingers, look to set up your extra attackers. So I think the puck movement will really start with number 14, Megan Smith.
Absolutely, and going back to what we talked about in the first period, it was a physical game that we kind of seen die off in that second period. For the Lakers, if you want to get back into this game, do you go back to that physical play that you started with, or do you start to try to utilize your skill more?
Physicality is always a good thing, but when you're down by 2, sometimes you need to play smart hockey. Make the passes, play clean, and get those goals. They cannot afford to get another penalty and go on the kill.
So after this intermission report, we're going to go back upstairs to the press box where Rob and Brady will call the third period. Nazareth Golden Flyers up 2-0 on the Oswego State Lakers after 2 periods of play. For James Fitzpatrick and the rest of our crew here on the perch from WTOP 10, Rob and Brady will have the call for the third period.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, crits. Come on. I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No. Spin the wheel. So you got censorship. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Welcome back to the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. My name is Rob Finger alongside Brady Hauser. We're back for period 3 of hockey between your Oswego State Lakers and the Nazareth Golden Flyers. The score after 40 minutes of play, 2 periods, 2 for the Nazareth Golden Flyers, none for the Lakers so far. And the question very much is starting to become here, Brady. Are the Lakers going to score?
It's tough to say, man. I mean, the way the Lakers have been playing, they've been playing very good. They've kept up with this Nazareth team. Nazareth has been very, very fast-paced. And it's just the inexperience that the Lakers have is where it's hurting them a little bit right now. I'm hopeful that they can get one in here because that would be my prediction would be correct because I said 2-1, Nazareth will get the win. But, yeah, it would be good to see the Lakers get on the board, obviously, on teal night, these beautiful jerseys. Tough to say.
Well, technically, both of our predictions are still on the table. My prediction of 3-2, your prediction of 2-1 in favor of Naz. Both still on the table. We'll see who's more correct after the final 20. We are underway here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. Back up those far boards it'll go as it goes right back below the goal line. Picking that one up, Ali Zach, sitting it all the way around. Keeping it in, though, is Sydney Pinty. Pinty now down, gets it back up for Rika Belli. His shot turned away. Coley back to Pinty. Pinty, keep in mind they are a man up. Quick shot, save made again by Gonsalves. As put down his Mackie Jacoby there. As they'll get it back out for Sydney Pinty. Pinty worked across, shot, save made. As Leah Coley loose that one, she'll have to go chase after it into the corner though. 2 seconds left on the penalty. And we are even strength once more. Oh, sent right back in towards Erica Parenti. But sending that the length of the ice are the Nazareth Golden Flyers. And I think it was number 12, Korska Skibinski, who forgot the fact that they were now even strength and that they couldn't ice it without it being a whistle now.
Yeah. Lakers starting off strong here in this first minute of play. It makes you wonder when they went back in the locker room what Coach Mark Digby said to them. To maybe it was all right. Let's get some, try to get a point on the board here. Play a little bit more aggressive, and it seems like right now that's what the Lakers are doing.
It very much seems like these Lakers are going to have to go point by point here. Sent across. Ooh, working it in. Quick shot. Save made. Rebound is there, though, but nobody can get their stick on it. Instead, Nazareth will send it the length of the ice once more. And that'll be icing number 2 within the 2 minutes that we've gone by, or not even really. 1:20 is all we've gone by here in this third period.
Coach having some words over on the Nazareth side to Ali Zach. He didn't look very happy, his emotions towards her, so I'm not sure if the number 20 athlete is doing something wrong or what, but Coach Botto over there for the Nazareth Flyers not very happy.
Not very happy indeed so far. They are at a little bit of comfort here, a 2-goal lead, but it's often said that a 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey because you just get a little bit too comfortable. I was working that back around as Ali Zach again, coming back onto the ice here. Elizabeth Cooley working that back into the corner instead for Georgia Cunliffe. Back to Cooley. Cooley reverses it. Cunliffe having to chase it along with Solana Zizzo. Zizzo getting it around. Ooh, having a brace for a hit there. And coming back in to hit is Kayla Dewar. Or Dory, I should say. As Kayla Dory will get called for a penalty here. And here's the question. What is the call for something like this? I'm going to look at this because now the refs are going to have to deliberate here on what they give her. And they will give her 2 for checking. But still, I mean, there have been a lot of checks on the ice here so far. So for that one to be the first one, I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. Nonetheless, the Lakers will go down 2 minutes for a body check. As working that one back is Naz. Conrad at the top. Conrad across for Matire.
Kind of a delayed call on the penalty there too for the refs.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, especially if you're going to have to talk to the other ref on what you're going to give her. Raises some red flags. Nonetheless, Laskowski across for Matire. Matire shot. Save made. Laskowski right in the upper slot. As Matire gets that back, Laskowski again. Shot just wide.
off the ref.
Yeah, and I will say as well, another change here. Erica Finney now in net for the Lakers, as they have gone back to what they did in that first game versus St. John Fisher. Erica Finney, the freshman from Okotoks, Alberta, in net for the Lakers. So far as Laskowski having to put that one back below the goal line. Laskowski, one in, sent across, save made by the pad of Finney. And the Lakers are able to get it out. About a minute gone in that penalty on Kayla Dory, I should say. As Laskowski again over towards Ella Cedrone on the far side, working it in around. Oh, tried to cut right in close. A little bit of a shell move there. Didn't quite work for her on that occasion.
Lakers got to get this puck. They got to get this puck right here. 30 seconds remaining in the penalty. They're still outnumbered here. This is what they got to do.
They'll possess it in the Nazareth zone, however, which will kill a significant amount of time as Sharp sends it over to Cedrone on that far side. Dumping it
Nice
into the
poke
zone.
check.
Ooh. Julia Power. Off the glass it'll go. Up the boards, keeping it in is Naz. Down. Abruzzi. Now for Ali Zach. Shot. Save. Need by Erica Finney. 15:55 still left to go in period number 3. 2-0. Still the score in favor of Naz. 29 shots registered so far for Naz, only 19 for the Lakers. As grabbing that off the faceoff are those Lakers. Sydney Pinty handing it up, and they'll come through the neutral zone. Helen Van Dam into the attacking end. Van Dam into the near corner. Back over towards Majewski. Just could not get her stick in contact with that puck. Down over to the far side. Naz off the glass. It'll go all the way down. And grabbing that instead, sending it all the way around, is Sydney Pinty. Off the boards it'll go. All the way up. Alexandra O'Brien chasing after that one. It'll go off the boards. Majewski tried to get her stick on it, but instead it'll go down the near side boards. Sydney Pinty. Pinty for Majewski. Now for Brittany Iverson with O'Brien. O'Brien getting hooked up there. We've got a penalty. And, behind the play as well. Jenna Majewski getting a little bit tied up with another member of the Nazareth Golden Flyers. And we've got a penalty 2 for hooking coming up.
I've never seen such a thing. Number 93 on the Nazareth side, her laces of her skate, I believe, got caught on Majewski's, upper boot, and they were both tangled up right here on the mid ice here. So that was wild.
Yeah, very, very interesting situation.
That's what I thought the whistle was for them two, because they were tangled up. But
well, it's a little bit better than that. The Oswego State Lakers have another face-off coming up and another power play as they send it all the way around, keeping it in though. Solana Zizzo just barely quick shot save made by Mia Gonsalves. As down it'll go. Megan Smith working it with a hand. No hand pass here though. It's sent up the boards, kept in by Solana Zizzo. Zizzo will set it up for the Lakers. Megan Smith. A little bit of talking going on here as, Laskowski giving Megan Smith a lot of stick action there. Solana Zizzo back across. Shot! Save made by the pad of Gonsalves. As Megan Smith will send it back to Shea Jazeel. Jazeel for Smith. Up the boards. Solana Zizzo. Zizzo across. Shot! Save made again. Turned away. As a shot from Jazeel. Save made again. Number 3.
A lot of shot opportunities that these Lakers have taken.
Solana
It's just a matter of getting
Zizzo,
it
a big
in.
one, just goes wide. As
One of these has got to
Jazeel,
go in here, Rob.
Something's got to give. You are indeed correct, Brady, as it goes into the corner. Shea Jazeel working it back around. As Lauren Ricabelli getting it up for Solana Zizzo. Zizzo walks now across for Ficaro. Ficaro a shot again. Just goes over. Ricabelli, 30 seconds left in the power play. It's been all Lakers for this minute 30 so far. Ricabelli across for Zizzo. Shot blocked away by Pettis. Just trying to get it away from her is Zizzo, and she does so. Lakers encroaching, though, but it's turned away by Ali Zach on a block.
15 seconds remaining here in this power play.
Shea Jazeel now sending it over towards where Liliana Ficaro was, but that one will be sent all the way down the length of the ice, and we are now even strength once more. Now sending it back down, grabbing that. Lauren Ricabelli around for Solana Zizzo again, who has to be very, very tired on the long shift that she just took. Tilly Pethrick up the boards, it'll go. Ooh, and a big collision there in between Cammie London. And
teammates colliding.
Yeah, number 25, Liliana Ficaro. That one will go into the bench of the Lakers, so we'll have another stoppage here and a face-off in front of the Lakers bench.
I'm liking what I'm seeing here from the Lakers, however. They're playing strong. It's just a matter of can they get a shot on the board here. Nazareth's had 29 shots in the game. Lakers have had 23, so they're about even with shots taken. But one of these has got to go in for the Lakers.
Power. One forward. Turned away. As it gets over now for Lauren Ricabelli. As the Nazareth Golden Flyers will come back out. Quick shot turned away by the stick of Erica Finney. And that one gets redirected up and over, actually, the netting. So 12-11. Still left to go in period number 3. The question still remains, can the Lakers get something on the board? They were able to add 4 more shots on goal to the board here, bringing them to 23 in total. 30 shots, though, for the Nazareth Golden Flyers, and they will look to add one on. Quick shot. Just gets blocked away, though, so they won't. Julia Power. Over now for Leah Coley. Coley circles back for some more space. Gets it back over for Power. Power, lost it off the heel of her stick. As that one gets back over instead for Ricabelli. Up the boards it'll go. Cameron London, a big collision with the linesman.
There's a hand up.
As that one will have a penalty here, 2 for checking. And I think the Lakers will go back onto the power play here.
Yep.
As yes, that's Brooke Judkowitz going to the box. 2 minutes for a body check. And the Lakers getting another lease on life here, Brady.
Yeah, another opportunity, another power play. 2 minutes on the board again. I tell you what, I would never want to be a hockey ref because, yeah, these players take a beating out there, but, man, these refs, they take just as much of a beating as these players do sometimes.
With a lot less protective gear, I'll tell you that.
That too.
Trust me, I've had a couple run-ins myself, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty.
And, of course, with that ref getting hit, you knew he was going to put the hand up because it was pretty heavy contact, and he was in it.
Well, nonetheless, I mean, it was the referee that chose that it would be a penalty, and the linesman the one affected by that choice of a hit as well. Sydney Pinty at the top, walks down, across, over towards Helen Van Dam. She's having to circle back.
I like this idea that they have right here.
Quick shot, just gets wide. And a quick shot from Georgia Cunliffe just went wide of the net. That one certainly, though, caught Mia Gonsalves by surprise. If she had just put that one on net, that one might have gone in. Sydney Pinty. About a minute and a half left to go in the penalty here. A little bit of buddy passes in between her and Helen Van Dam. As she'll give it to Elizabeth Cooley, and in come the Lakers. Flowing in like water. There's Georgia Cunliffe trying to find that one instead. Goes over off those far boards and all the way down towards Erica Finney's net. Finney leaving that for Shea Jazeel. Jazeel looking over her options. Gets it up instead towards Solana Zizzo. Zizzo, give half a shot towards Mia Gonsalves, but a little bit of a smart play by her. She faked the shot, gained the red line, but just put one right on Mia Gonsalves that, well, she'd have to cover. So now the Lakers get an offensive zone faceoff here, Brady.
Yeah, an offensive zone face-off indeed. 42 seconds still in the penalty, so they still got some time here with this power play as the puck goes all the way back down to the side.
Yeah, Erica Finney will stop that one. She'll cover it because, well, just become behind. I believe that was Shea Jazeel. Number 24 was the other 24 for the Nazareth Golden Flyers. So
a little bit of a shove after that one, too. Solana Zizzo just get a little bit of a poke to number 24 on the Nazareth side.
Ooh, and a little bit of a hooking call as well, but no call will come. As, yeah, Solana Zizzo getting the stick of number 24 a little bit tied up. No call still, but we've got another board battle going on, this time below the goal line. Trying to force their hand here is Alexander O'Brien coming in on the right side. Winning that forward, though, is Naz. Ooh, but we've got a penalty. Oh, my goodness. As number 93 and number 24, Shea Jazeel, getting a little bit tied up
what was
there.
it now? A stick getting caught in the helmet? I mean, we're seeing some funky stuff today.
I'm not quite sure, but thankfully,
I think something's wrong with her helmet.
Thankfully, Shea Jazeel will laugh that one off, but yeah, she'll take the helmet off and try and examine exactly what is going on with it. But nonetheless, we will play on. 4 seconds left in the power play, sending it all the way around. Are the Lakers, as up the boards it'll go. And grabbing that. Now Tilly Petherick. Back to Tilly Petherick on this near side after the pass. And back instead over for Julia Power. Up off the glass, high fly ball there as it goes into the near side.
By the looks of things, the helmet came loose.
Yeah, possibly.
That's what I'm watching it down here.
Here comes Manila into the zone. Oh, but it gets squirted through. Fiona Sirens with it there. Oh, but just Conrad steals it away. And getting it back the other way are the Lakers.
Great breakaway from Sirens there.
Absolutely is. Towards the near boards it'll go. Ali Zach over now towards Ella Manila.
If you're the Lakers, you're going to have to really, really get aggressive now. We're in about 8:45 remaining in the game. This is where you gotta do something.
Naz again over towards the far side. Flanagan dumping it in for the Flyers. Ooh, a little bit of a hook there by Ella Cedrone, and still with these hooking calls, the Nazareth Golden Flyers are very much playing a little bit of clutch and grab hockey here. And there's very limited calls from these referees so far on Nazareth's conduct, aside from, well, possibly those checks. But
I kind of like it though, Rob. I mean, let them play. I mean, why not? It's an exhibition game. This doesn't mean anything for the SUNY. Let them play. Let's not call as much. It's a physical game as it is, so I'm okay with this. Let them play.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, and then you got to think that the referees themselves are also taking a very similar sort of standpoint. But
yeah. Now, if something's blatantly obvious, like a penalty, okay, call it. But if it's just a body check or a check, I mean, it is hockey at the end of the day. Let them play.
This is very true. This is very true. Sending that all the way around to the Lakers, getting that free of the stick of Abby Dix all the way down. It'll go for another icing once more now with 7:51 left to go in period number 3. And you got to think this is getting very much towards crunch time for the Lakers here, Brady.
Yeah, I keep mentioning that at the time. It's 7:51 left on the clock. 2-0 Nazareth. You don't want to get shut out. So if you're the Lakers, let's just try to get one goal here. Not only would that make me happy because it'd be my prediction.
I was about to say, yeah.
Let's get a goal on the board here.
You're very much hoping for that. Nonetheless, here comes Naz. Set right in. And that one almost knocked both of our predictions off the board here. But nonetheless, up the boards it'll go. And down into the Nazareth end. Around comes Natalie Luntz. Oh, through the slot, having to give it up towards Leah Coley. Shot just wide. Luntz having to chase after that. Circling back around towards the net of Gonsalves. She stays strong, though. Ooh, but now minus a stick. The stick, just gets right into her crease here. As O'Brien right behind, quick shot, just gets a little bit flubbed there. And nonetheless, Laskowski is able to get it out of the zone and all the way down into the Lakers' end. A quick change of the lines for the Nazareth Golden Flyers. Up now for Natalie Lunks. Lunks, for Cindy Pinty on the near side, who's quite open, but she'll send it over to the far side for O'Brien. Alexandra O'Brien having to go back for it. Judkowitz up the boards. Now up for the Flyers, one-on-one. Ooh, swiping it away though is Shea Jazeel. A good defensive play by her. Helen Van Dam getting stuck with Judkowitz below the goal line. Around comes Naz. Back towards the center. Shots there though. Back to Abruzzi at the top. Quick shot, blocked away by Lauren Ricabelli. Around below the goal line it'll go. Judkowitz again. Popped up over her stick. Coming back around. Quick shot, blocked away. Oswego just has to get it out of harm's way. As Helen Van Dam is able to do so. Not quite out of the zone yet. Now they do. Erica Parenti up the boards. The Quebecois from Chateauguay chasing after it.
Now it's 5:30 remaining.
5:30. Time winding down for the Lakers. Here is a quick shot. And just goes over the net. Tilly Pethrick. Tried to get that one over. It's still there in front. And it's loose. As Gonsalves tried to flop on top of it, but just missed it. That could have been very dangerous. But for her benefit, Nazareth is able to get it out of the zone. Cameron London up for Cooley. Cooley now for Cunliffe. Cunliffe right into the corner. It'll go. Up now for Tilly Pethrick. Gets swiped across from her. Here comes Sydney Gurley. Gurley 2-on-0. Shot. Save made by Finney. Back up the ice we go. Little fire wagon hockey here again. Elizabeth Cooley. Around. Tried to drop that for Georgia Cunliffe. Didn't quite get to her. Up the boards it'll go. Towards, Kayla Dory. As Power sends it over. Power gets it back. Power shot. Gurley just able to block that one up. Naz, a little bit stuttering there as it gets sent into the zone by Abby Flanagan.
You could start to feel a change in pace of play here now. Both teams getting really aggressive here now with 4 minutes remaining in the game.
As Erica Finney will cover that one up with 4:05 left to go in period number 3. 2-0 still the score. 34 shots on the board for the Nazareth Golden Flyers. And only 2 goals on the board, so you can't think necessarily that it's the fault of the Oswego goaltenders, because let's face it, even if another one went in, they'd still have 900s for the lot of them. But 25 shots for the Lakers, all faced by Mia Gonsalves on the other end here. So I said it would be a little bit of a goaltending battle before we went live here, and it very much has turned into one so far. Off of the linesman there.
Yeah.
Another big impact for the linesman. As getting it back to the D of the Lakers. Julia Power powering through. Not quite able to handle it as it gets sent over to the near side. Off the boards. Brittany Iverson. Now for Jenna Majewski. Majewski. Quick. A quick swipe of the stick there. And she lost it momentarily.
Van Dam.
A big hit there from Helen Van Dam. And she is not happy. Sydney Pinty in the zone. Circles back for some space. Sent across for Majewski. It's still there, but no shot will come. Sydney Pinty up under all sorts of pressure from Laskowski, sends it down towards Jenna Majewski. And I believe that's Liliana Ficaro helping her out. Majewski pokes it away. McCann will chase after it, but so will Brittany Iverson. And McCann gets her stick stuck in the boards. Comical. Up the boards it'll go, all the way rolling down. That one will be an icing with 2:45 left to go in period number 3.
Yeah, Majewski just went off the line, back onto the bench, and you could tell, she's dejected, but she's also, I don't know, she's definitely sore down here in front. Don't know what happened there.
You never can tell. Yeah, Jenna Majewski taking a few deep breaths.
Yeah.
On that Oswego bench is
very
I
well.
believe a timeout is called.
Very well could have took a puck to the stomach or something like that.
You never can tell. So a timeout called by the Oswego Lakers here. They've only got 2:45 left to go.
2:45 remaining. What's coach telling them down here in front?
I think he's probably setting up a play. I'm guessing that especially in about the next 45 seconds, Erica Finney, if the Lakers can keep it in the offensive zone, Erica Finney will be pulled for an extra attacker because they need 2 goals here. It's not like an issue where you're, down by 1, let's pull the goalie, see if we can equalize. No, you need to do that early, and you need to score twice within the next 3 minutes after you haven't been able to do so in the last 57 minutes. This is a very crucial juncture for the Lakers. They need to get one on the board to prove that, hey, we weren't completely out of this game here. And that's the thing about Nazareth as well. They've been going so hard. We saw, especially in that second period, just how aggressive they've been being.
Yeah.
Nazareth been just obviously with those checking calls and things like that, and just the clutching and grabbing and the hooking and things like that just are kind of getting uncalled by the referees here. Nazareth has very much taken advantage of that, and they're playing a very physical game where they can. So now, as the Lakers come back out onto the ice here, Mark Digby is likely telling them, hey, we need something. We'll give you an extra attacker. You looked good on the man advantage. So if we can make something like that happen, could be good.
Just a reminder, our men's game will be at 7 o'clock here tonight. First 1,200 people get a free T-shirt here tonight. So if you are coming out to the game, make sure you get here early and get yourself a free T-shirt.
Absolutely. As the men are playing Nazareth as well, as here comes Laskowski, shot off the crossbar for about the umpteenth time today. Those irons are doing their work. Wow.
Crossbars have been the best friends of these goalies today.
Yeah, I say best friends because sometimes they can be their worst enemy too. A little bit of a barring in often happens.
So in other words, they're frenemies.
Sometimes. It's Conrad down over towards the goal here. As back towards the boards here, Fiona Sirens. As Erica Finney still looking towards the play on this side. A quick shot just saved away by Mia Gonsalves. Wow. All the way down it'll go. We will have another icing with 1:45 now left to go in this third period. A minute knocked off the board here, Brady.
Yeah.
2-0. Still the score. 27 shots for the Lakers now, as they have got to get as many on the board as they can. Naz will be locking down for the win, but nonetheless, sent all the way around. Natalie Lunks across around the other side, as Naz is able to just get it out. Helen Van Dam, though, will possess. Van Dam for Jazeel. Jazeel now back for Naz. Here they come the other way. Marchese. Oh, swiped away by Shea Jazeel, and Marchese goes flying. Out of the zone it'll go, but back into the zone sent momentarily. Jazeel sent all the way down in on Mia Gonsalves. She will cover that one up with 1:05 left to go in period number 3. Mark Digby looking up at that time clock, and they will keep Erica Finney on the bench here. So, the timeout called by Mark Digby again, as they will try and draw up another play here, Brady. 28 shots have the Lakers loosed on Mia Gonsalves, but Mia Gonsalves has stood tall the entire time. She wasn't part of the team last year, but this year she could very well be their starter as Nazareth goes to play in the UCHC alongside teams like Manhattanville, Utica, and other teams over in that conference. Some of the more private colleges of the state of New York being part of that conference as well. But nonetheless, Mark Digby just below us here in the press box.
He's writing down a play.
Yeah. Just having to give his team the lowdown. And the team will break. And they will start it up once more. And to just see if they can make things work. 105 on the board. Can they draw within one within the next about 35 seconds?
So I'm new to hockey. Explain this to me. Why are the Lakers not having a goalie?
Essentially, that's an option that they can get. You can pull your goalie often. Well, technically, you can do it at any point in the game. You can pull your goalie, and you can add an extra attacker. You can do it at any point of the game, but most teams do opt to do it in emergency situations like this because the goalie is easily the most important part of any team, as that one goes ricocheting off of number 25 there on the break, or on the block, I should say. And that one goes up into the protective netting with 58.9 seconds left to go.
Yeah, so
in period number 3.
So it's a 6v5 situation here.
Absolutely, yes. 6-on-5 here in the Nazareth end. Face off one to the side. Is getting it back off the boards here. So that one gets sent around. Julia Power up to the top for Tilly Patrick. A big shot blocked away by the blocker, the waffle board of Mia Gonsalves. That'll go out of the zone. Solana Zizzo will have to regroup. Sends it over for Patrick. Off the boards it'll go. 37 seconds left. Zach all the way around off the boards. It comes a little weird. As here comes Naz the other way. Manila off. Oh! Just missed the net. Tilly Patrick up the boards. Off the boards it'll go now for Jenna Majewski. Majewski for Cammie London. London sending it in. 17 seconds left. Zach now up for Majewski. Majewski back towards it. Over to the near side instead for Sydney Curley. 5 seconds now. Cammie London, shot blocked. And that'll do it for the Oswego State Lakers as the Nazareth Golden Flyers come in and take victory 2-0 over Oswego.
Nothing to be disappointed about, though, for the Lakers. Obviously, yeah, it's a loss. That's not always great. It is an exhibition game. Doesn't count. But they played very, very good against this very, very strong offense and defense that Nazareth had. And that's a lot that they can look back on and work on this week in practice to get ready, because their next 2 games, they're doubleheaders back-to-back days.
Well, after regulation, Nazareth puts 2 on the first 2 goalies, Ava Christensen and Mia DeVivo, as Erica Finney will leave with a 0 in the goals against column. So well done to Erica Finney and especially the Lakers in the 3rd period to keep it at the 0 for Nazareth for period number 3. But especially for a game like this, and for Oswego going into their regular season, which they will start next weekend versus Castleton on Halloween. We'll have all the coverage right here on WTOP. That one actually starts at 7 p.m. So for those of you watching that want to tune in, we'll have our nice women's hockey Halloween special at 7 here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it from the press box here. Don't go away, though. We'll have all that post-game action over on the perch. For Brady Hauser, I've been Rob Finger. Final score, 2 for Naz, none for Oswego. As we send it over to break, you've been watching Lakers women's hockey right here on WTOP 10.
If you like action, romance,
Polly sister, if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surfaces this.
floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
There's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Look at the number of disasters in the U.S. Chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, crits.
Come on. I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No. Spin the wheel. But you got censorship. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Welcome back to The Perch here on WTOP 10. I'm James Fitzpatrick. Alongside me, Connor Sengas and Evan Shomes. We will do our post-game show for this game. The Lakers fall 2-0 to the Nazareth Golden Flyers. And in this game, we saw some goals. Not in that third period, though. We saw them earlier in the game.
Yeah, scoreless third period, despite about 3 power plays total. I mean, the power plays on special teams, clearly the story of the game. We mentioned how the Lakers kind of specialized in special teams and power plays coming into this game. They were 0 for 4 on the power play. And I mean, when you struggle to score goals 5-on-5 and you go 0 for 4 on your extra man chances, it's just hard to win games that way.
Yeah, and we're talking about how the Oswego State Lakers can't generate offense. That's a big deal. And it's really because Nazareth really did a really good job blocking shots in that third period.
Yeah, Nazareth was really locked down. As I said earlier, they're always on top of the puck. Wherever the puck is, there's a Nazareth player or two there, whether it's blocking a shot or getting the puck and breaking into the offensive zone.
We were talking about in that second intermission that everything was kept to the perimeter. This period, the Lakers did do a good job just getting shots, towards the middle, but everything was just knocked down. And we heard the Nazareth bench just going crazy for every single block. I mean, that's just, superb defense by them.
Yeah, superb defense. Not only was the bench going crazy for all the blocks, but they were also going crazy for the shutout performance by their goaltender, number 88, Mia Gonçalves. I mean, huge shout out to Mia, being a true freshman coming into the Deb on teal night and stopping all 28 shots that were thrown her way. I mean, amazing performance.
Yeah, doing that against an Oswego team that we think so highly of, and I'm sure many other teams think so highly of with their skill. That is just something to write home about for Mia Gonçalves, the true freshman, as you said, coming in and shutting out the Lakers on home ice. We talked about in the second intermission as well the physicality that might pick up since the first period. It died down in the second, but it did come back in that third period.
It most definitely did. We had 2 penalties that were for body checking, which really shows how physical both teams were getting. But Nazareth was the more physical team. You can see it by the penalty minutes, and you can see it by the score.
Yeah, we kind of saw that as a bit of a shock, because we thought that maybe Oswego would go into this period and utilize their skill to get on the board, as Evan did say in that second intermission, but it wound up being a different story.
Yeah, some coaches like to use their skill when things get tough. Some coaches like to send a message with a hit, and that certainly kind of seemed to be what might have been the message to Kayla Dory, who unfortunately took that penalty for body checking. But overall, just from the moment the puck dropped today, this seemed like a very physical game between 2 schools of coaching who both like to play physically strong.
And it was definitely a spirited game, especially because this is, like we said in the first the pregame show going into this game. This is the first matchup since 2020, so this being such a physical game is a little bit of a shock considering these teams don't know each other that well. Moving on, though, back to the goaltenders. How about Erica Finney? Coming into this game in the third period, she faced a few shots, but those few saves that she made, they kept Oswego in this game.
Yeah, Finney looks strong between the posts there. She really kept the Oswego in the game. If one goal went in, I wouldn't be surprised if there was one after another, but she was able to keep the momentum for Oswego and give them opportunities that just they weren't, unfortunately, not able to capitalize on.
And Connor, I definitely wanted to go back to special teams as you were talking about before. We talked about it all day long. Special teams is the key to winning for the Lakers. They just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, and I know we're kind of harping on the flaws of this Laker power play, but let's give some love to the Nazareth penalty kill. I mean, they just did a fantastic job tonight. The puck was cleared out of that zone. It seemed like almost constantly. As soon as the Lakers were able to get a shot on goal, the puck was immediately fired out, and the quick shifts allowed for Nazareth to keep fresh men on the ice, fresh bodies, and when you're able to do that, it's a lot easier to make up that one-man disadvantage.
Well, that will do it from us, from Evan Shomes, Connor Sengus, and the rest of our crew in the studio. I'm James Fitzpatrick. Thank you so much for watching. The Lakers drop 2-0 to the Nazareth Golden Flyers here on home ice on WTOP 10.